Let's say hi to Louis C.K. You all right, Jimmy?
I'm so aggravated. I am so aggravated.
Why?
Steve, there's some suspicion in the air. Well, Louis sat in the office for a half hour. He's a huge comedian. He shouldn't be sitting.
And a regular here.
And a regular, but we got the email yesterday, and I told Steve, we got a lot we're going to try to accomplish early on in the show, so tell Louis to come in at 7:30 instead of 7. Steve said that he did just that and got an email to Roland.
I did.
Louis C.K. just showed us an email from Roland at 9:30 last night saying, yeah, you're all set to be on the Opie and Anthony show at 7 in the morning.
Why not just call him?
Oh, because I wrote him to make sure. I wrote him at yesterday and said 7, right? And he wrote back at 9:30 last night saying, yeah, 7.
And I sent the email to Steve way before 9:30 last night.
And I sent it to Roland, and the reality is, and now I'm not...
Emailing is so irritating. Why can't somebody just pick up the phone and call? Hey, man, can you come in at 7:30? Or whatever the message is. All these emails, it's just everybody passing everything to everybody.
Roland's going to say that you never emailed him.
I know he's going to say
I was changing my clothes.
Roland, I know he's going to say I didn't email him, and I've got the thing that says that shows right
He
there.
probably didn't get it, because Roland is fairly accurate. I'm not saying you didn't email him, but he's fairly accurate.
Did Roland ever write you back?
No.
There's the problem.
Email.
There's the problem, Steve.
Everyone passes it. No one just picks up the phone.
If you're not getting an email back from Roland, then don't you think that it's your job to make sure Louis gets the message?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
It is. And
so he sat there for 30 minutes thinking that people were just blowing him off. And
I mentioned to Louis in the office that I had told Roland to get in touch with him, and he told me that Roland didn't.
Why wouldn't
I just figured that elbow guy sounded really important.
All right, Steve.
Because
thanks.
I could see why you would
Elbow guy.
him on instead.
Whatever, man. Louis C.K. chewed up new hour stand-up special on Showtime.
Yes.
Sweet. October 4th, 11 p.m.
Yes.
And you're going to be at Town Hall as part of the comedy festival?
Yeah. I'm hosting other people.
Oh,
yeah.
Who's going to be on the
lineup?
lineup?
I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know yet?
Well, it's a funny name for the show. They're with me.
Yeah. They asked me for a name, and I just flaked, so someone picked that one out of a hat. And I was, oh, God.
They're with me, live
That's
at Town Hall.
Thursday, George Harrison's.
November 6th,
Yeah, exactly.
8 p.m.
Picked it out of a hat.
I'm at Peak Skill, something down the bottom. Those are the...
All right.
Yeah, don't
Purchase
worry about it.
tickets, visit. I think the big comedy festival is the big one. NYComedyFestival.com, because you got Louis C.K. and I'm sure it's going to be comedians that...
They'll all be good.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
Yeah.
The Performance Counter, that's where I shot the HBO show. That's October 3rd. That's Bergen County Performance Arts Center in England.
Yes.
I think that's a great venue.
Yeah,
man.
I'm excited about that
That's
one.
like 1,500 seats. You'll sell that out.
Yeah.
And the 4th is Paramount Theater in Peekskill. That's Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie.
Oh, that's, okay.
Peekskill.
You got any Keith Robinson stories?
Well, I have the one that I actually tell on stage, one story, and let me be really careful with it, because we're on the regular air. I think I can tell. It was about, he was talking about having sex with a young woman and that he wanted to make sure he would last a long time. So he was going to drink a lot of milk. Because he was and I was like, what is that? How is that connected in your mind? I was like, is that just because it's protein and because you're healthier? And he said, no, because you make more.
Okay.
Right.
Poison.
Yes.
You make more of the poison.
If you drink milk, which, how dumb can you be that he actually thinks that your body works that way? Like, here, the way your body works is it takes whatever you eat and breaks it down to tiny pieces and then but he thinks it sees milk, your body, and goes, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right out.
Send it.
Just add a little salt and warm it up and just throw it out there. Like, your body starts with stuff that's like the things it uses ketchup to make blood.
Yeah. Well,
Like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Look at skim milk, though.
Mm-hmm. Look, yes, but your body doesn't work that way. It's like, oh, that's
Actually,
perfect.
more like egg.
No one will notice. Yeah. A little egg yolk, little
Yeah.
mayonnaise.
No, the body doesn't work that way,
No,
silly.
sir.
Keith is a belligerent
Keith
idiot.
is a dummy, but he's a really funny
Dummy.
comedian.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And belligerent, like
It's just-
Jimmy said.
Keith is a
Very
70
underrated comic. I think.
Very. He's a 78-year-old man, though, in the body of a How old is he? 41?
73.
He's finished. He knows it.
Was he on the bill with you at Caroline's last time you were
Yes,
in town? Okay,
that's
that's
right.
where I saw him, and he
Yeah.
just freaking killed it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
why isn't this guy doing more?
I'm not sure.
Why isn't he on our show?
Because
at the very least.
I've told him 50 times. It's just a matter of waking up. He's like, no, I know I want to come because he likes the show. It's like, you know, he's just a dope.
Well, you know how Chris Rock says that black people have to work like 10 times as hard just to be equal? He doesn't work 10 times as hard.
Dude, he works less.
Not meeting that
than
quota.
anyone. He works less percentage.
Yes, he does.
Hey, what's on your radar these days, Louis? You're following the election, the hurricanes. Where you at?
That Sarah Palin woman scares the hell out of me.
Oh.
She's really scary and freaky. There's something really strange about her.
Is it any scarier than any other woman politician, to tell you the truth, to sound misogynistic and sexist? It really is. They do take on these causes. I haven't seen a woman politician that really doesn't act. They all act like moms. Like they got to be their constituents' mother. Like it's all about the children and all just motherly issues. They want to grab everybody that they represent and coddle them. It's like, just get out of here. Stop it. Take the stupid pantsuit off. Put a skirt on. Look sexy.
A short one and no underpants.
Right.
Yeah, and let that hair down.
I just don't like that. Like that friggin', and they're all personal, very personal agenda. They don't look at the big picture. And I know a lot of guy politicians are jackasses like this too, like the mayor of friggin' Secaucus, his own personal agenda. But they really seem to just kind of take that thing, like McCarthy on Long Island. What's her name? Carolyn McCarthy.
The one that somebody got shot in the family.
Her her husband and son got shot by that savage on the train.
Yeah.
Colin Ferguson?
Colin Ferguson.
Right, who's representing his district in Congress.
Yes, very
Actually
well
not a bad
too.
lawyer.
What a lawyer he was.
Yes.
I love that when he's questioning the witnesses and people that had been injured. And he's like, so now, what you're saying is the gunman came up and pointed the gun at you, the defendant, and they went, yes, you walked up to me and you shot me. Yes, like they wouldn't play into his game that, hey, that's another person. I'm defending.
Great.
Don't you talk about my defendant, my client that way.
That's such an insult to the person that.
Yes, it is.
Well,
like,
it was
you
a very big thing that they had to face.
You shouldn't be allowed to
him.
represent yourself in that situation.
A case like that.
That's insane.
But McCarthy, in the long run, winds up winning.
What didn't he also say? Is the defendant in court today?
Yeah.
Yes, it's you.
It's you.
Why do I have to deal with this?
Right
You
there.
shot me.
You pointed the gun at the person in front of me and pulled the trigger, killing him. Yes, I saw you do it.
Yes, you did. You shot me.
All right. I rest my case, Your Honor. Okay. Now rest in jail.
That guy's in Dutch.
Oh, certainly is. Carolyn McCarthy, she runs for office on Long Island under this platform of
My husband.
anti-gun.
Yep.
Anti-gun platform. And she gets elected because, she gets that sympathy vote. And obviously it's very personal to her and stuff, but I don't think it's an anti-gun thing. I think it's an anti-lunatic on the train thing. That unfortunately killed her husband and injured her son.
Well, it's weird because the Republicans were running on a pro-lunatic on a train thing.
Yes, exactly.
They thought it was really cool.
It was a
You
lot of
remember
people.
the race was very controversial. This was a
love
good
watching
man.
that.
He shot many people. I didn't like any of them. The debate was really weird. I don't remember who the guy was.
Strangest
running against
debate
him.
ever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I for one applaud Colin.
So what scares you about Sarah Palin?
Well, she just, first of all, liberals are just the dumbest idiot jerks, and I wish I was on XM so I could say how much I hate the people that share my political ideology and have no idea how to. This woman comes who is just Satan with boobies,
Yeah.
and they make fun of her kid with the
Down syndrome.
and that they make, and her daughter.
How
with
dare
they
anyone do
attack
that.
parts of her that don't matter. I mean, the thing they should have just said, she's crazy. She's way out of the mainstream. She's crazily out of she's to the right of Ronald Reagan. I mean, she's way to the right of anybody who is anywhere on the scope, and they go after this superficial crap. which was easy for her to bounce back from by showing the kid up that, her kid. And isn't it great? Aren't we all great? And
I think that's part of the ploy.
Good.
I think that's part of the ploy.
It was a brilliant pick, and the Democrats went, boo, and they did exactly what they were expected to do. But she's not experienced. Oh, hooray. Thank God you said it, because that's why we picked her. You jack. Oh, God, I hate
to get the no experience thing out in the open, because she's the vice presidential candidate.
Yeah.
But you're talking about an unexperienced presidential candidate on the Democratic
comparing
ticket.
her to him. It's like Obama's become like the VP of the Democrats.
Of that ticket.
Because now they're comparing the two of them, and McCain just lives in this stratosphere above all of that.
Yeah.
And I think actually most Americans just found out that what went on with his war hero thing, and
really, yeah,
because he's now. I mean, you can't. Geez, they have footage of him in Vietnam crying and saying, "Please tell my wife I love her." Like he's gonna lose.
Great stuff.
It's amazing.
Great stuff.
He's sitting there going, "Thank God I went through."
And then Opie brought up a great point about the Democratic ticket.
I did.
Yes. That the bumper stickers from a distance. The bumper stickers and with maybe a little morning goop in your eyes are going to look a little odd when you see Obama Biden.
Yeah.
It really kind of looks like Osama bin Laden.
It does, really.
It really does.
If you look quick, it's like...
If you just look quick at Obama Biden,
it's like, how did
it
he
looks
get on
like
the ticket?
Osama bin Laden.
How the hell did he get on the ticket 7 years later?
That's at least going to knock you down 4%.
At least!
Yeah, at least 4% of Americans are that dumb.
Of course they are.
It was bad enough that his name's Obama because it's close to Osama, but now Biden is close to bin Laden. It's getting a little weird.
He should have picked someone named Washington or whatever.
Of course.
Murphy.
Or not
Smith.
Osama bin Laden.
Or Chip Freedom.
Chip Freedom.
Right.
Congressman.
Here's how stupid people are. Yesterday, apparently, United Airlines stock plummeted 75% because what was it? Some paperwork. Yes, Google search. Some papers from their bankruptcy that they declared 6 years ago got out, and people actually thought they were going bankrupt again. So, from a 6-year-old document. So it plummeted to $3 a share from like $12 a share.
Don't you go buy all of that now?
That's what some people did before NASDAQ halted trading.
Oh, really?
And oh boy. Oh, are they just going to be peering in on who bought that stock at $3 a share?
Follow the enormous amount.
Hey, I didn't know nothing. The guy's at home with his computer just sending off 6-year-old forms.
Have fun explaining that to the feds. Why you decided to buy at that particular
But that's how
time.
stupid people are, though.
Well,
they just panic. Sell!
I remember a story once about a bank that the ATM machine, the guy who loaded the money in the ATM machine put $100 bills where the tens go.
Oh.
So people lined up around the block, idiots, and took all this money as if the bank's going to go, oh, well...
You could keep it.
Exactly.
That's like when they walk out, because that would happen. The teller would actually make a mistake,
right,
and give you money, or you'd cash it. You'd have a check for
it's still stealing.
Instead of $1,000, it's for $100,000. You cash it, and it's like, well, it's my money.
No, it's not. Idiot.
And then you spend it, and you wonder why the cops are arresting you.
Yeah.
No, but they gave it to me.
No. And of course, the bank knows exactly how much they gave every person.
Yeah.
And went after them, and they went, but they said over at kindergarten I could have it.
I'm using the finders, keepers, losers, weepers law.
You should be able to keep that.
A writ of finders, keepers.
It would make living a little fun if you get on the other side.
What do you think? It's like Monopoly. Bank error in your favor.
Yes.
Collect $200.
Yes.
That's where you get that from. Bank error in your favor.
I think he's right that morally you should be allowed to, but you're stupid if you think you're going to get to.
Yeah.
That you think banks are going to.
You think that's going to the bank? Oh well. Mm-hmm. Wow, we did it again. We screwed up and someone won Lotto.
No, because it doesn't work the other way. I remember I had a very expensive video camera in my carry-on bag on a plane.
Yeah.
And we stopped in Cincinnati without changing planes. It was like, leave your seat and come back, They said, you can go into the terminal and come back. Mm-hmm. I came back and my video camera was gone.
Oh.
And I immediately said something and they go, well, we don't know. And I go, well, who was on the plane?
Yeah.
There's a cleanup crew. How many guys was that? 2? One of them has my video camera.
Right.
And they
Or
said
the pilot took
they
it.
said you can we'll take off without you if you want to wait here to go talk to the. I'm like, no, I got to go home. But I am lodging a
What
complaint.
a scam.
Anyway, they put me in touch with Delta Airlines security person who
Delta
said this to me. Well, all I can do is ask those people if they stole it, and you know how that gonna go. Yep, that's what she said to me. You know how that gonna go.
How that gonna go?
Because at Delta, we're all liars.
Not good? Yup.
How infuriating is that, though?
Oh my God,
You want to strangle someone.
Why would
I've
you
never
fly
been that
Delta?
mad.
Why would you fly there?
Not
after that?
again.
They're ready when you are.
Yeah, that's why, Jimmy.
Yeah, they're ready when you get off the plane.
Steal your things when you're ready to lose them.
Something like that.
ready.
That happened to me one
Thieves.
time. I got off the plane and I was actually at my destination in Vegas, and I had a Newsweek, and I had left it in where I was reading, and I guess it was a day later I wanted to read it, so I called the airline and said, "Did anybody claim that Newsweek? If so, could they mail it to me?" Boo!
Boo.
I was so into what you were saying. I almost cursed. I almost said effing Jimmy.
He does that all the time.
I'm a good actor.
You're incorrigible.
Hey, I want to change gears slightly. We have another person changing their sex. We love these stories.
It depends on what job.
We
Apparently,
just don't understand this.
to smoothly transition from a man to a woman,
Yeah.
you have to not have a job. Because the second you have an occupation, there's some kind of problem. And the closer that occupation is to dealing with people, and then, God forbid, the children in school, then there's a huge problem.
Right.
We
Yeah,
don't
you can't do that.
We don't understand when the men turn into women, but they decide they need to dress like an extremely conservative older woman.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you go to Victoria's Secret and get some hot,
Just really
hot crap?
stuck being a slut.
Right,
Well,
but
because
it's
that's the
something
kind
your
of-
old aunt would wear, and you're like a young.
It's because
String of pearls.
It's because your
Woman
old aunt
thing.
is fat.
It's
It's just that they're
like a
dressing
man
like
body.
fat men.
It's a
The
man
fat
body.
woman. Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't squeeze in a Victoria's Secrets very well.
We got a professor returning to school as a woman, transgender.
In 2006, English professor Jay Layden left Yeshiva University for 2 years. Last week, Jay returned as Joy.
Of course he did.
Why do they always do that?
As Joy.
Why can't he return as Barbara?
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be a name that's sort of close every time.
That's to really rub it into your parents. That's why.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Still named me.
yeah.
They pick those names that are just off from
Why
the
would-
man name.
We say this, Louis. Why not just pick a stripper name? Go all in.
Let's go.
Go all in.
Portia.
Amber, something.
Yeah.
Layden left Yeshiva University for 2 years. Last week, Jay returned as Joy. It wasn't until after Layden was granted tenure that she told administrators she was transitioning from a man to a woman, and it's unclear whether or not Layden was forced to go on leave or if she took time off voluntarily. But Jillian T. Weiss, a transgendered Yeshiva alum and equal rights advocate, says the school has experience with anti-discrimination laws.
Having been involved in a case several years ago where some gay students wanted to room together, and they were on the losing end of that issue then, and I think they understand that the law needs to be respected regardless of religious ideology.
Look at this thing. Dressing like an older woman, man.
Like Susie Essman.
And the next track, some very intelligent comments from students. I would imagine that these are not going to be intelligent comments.
Okay.
Yeshiva.
Really?
Most of the students we spoke with welcome Layden's return, saying new and differing point of views are always needed.
I feel like a lot of the schools, you know, especially the religious ones, you feel like you're living in like a bubble, and it's good to see, you know, and think outside of the box and see, you know, the different types of people that are living in this world.
In fact, these two girls were the only ones we spoke with who seemed to have a problem with a transgendered teacher.
Just from a normal standpoint, she was a man, and now she's a woman, and that's weird.
In an email, Layden didn't
And
want
that's
to
weird.
talk about her leave or return, saying she just wanted to focus on teaching and writing.
And having a new vagina.
Yeah. And
Maybe.
letting men have sex with him, her, it.
Well, where are we at with the transgender? Do they still have their original plumbing?
They no, the men get it folded back.
No, but transgender means they went through that operation, Jimmy.
The operation.
Transgender means they had the operation,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They actually fold your unit inside out.
They do?
Yeah, they take it, they pretty much like a fish gut it,
Yeah.
and then it's folded inside out, thus making the vagina is how that's made.
goodness.
And then, of course, there's the castration, and then hormones, maybe implants, and before you know it, you're a real fat, ugly chick.
You're at the
miracle.
lowest possible end of the female spectrum.
There isn't enough beer in the bar.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes, there is.
Kind of a girl.
Yes, a couple of little sips for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Plenty. Couple of sips of near beer.
Some O'Douls and Jimmy's. He's hitting that. Is that it? What is that?
Wow.
Is that a?
Horrendous.
We're looking at a picture
Wait, so then
that used to be, whoa.
of a post-operative transsexual,
Yuck.
and that is
like
what
a flesh toilet.
You know what?
That's what it looks like.
it is.
You know, Ann, how you just described the operation, this looks like a different operation. This looks like a,
I'll tell you what it looks like.
Like they might have hollowed, how can we explain
No,
it?
you
without
could
getting
tell
dumped
that
out?
there's a scar there where it was moved.
You know what it looks like?
See, because it's got to be in the right location. Look, you can't
It's a little
put
to the left of where
you
were.
can't put the girl part where the guy part is.
Right.
It's the girl part is technically a little lower.
No, it's
so
like when
what
you-
they
when
got to
you-
do
it's
is
like when you rehang a picture on the wall.
right.
Make a new.
You got to kind of make a new one. So you can see that scar there where it used to be, and then they kind of move it down, and then whammo, inside out. And look at that. You're a freak of nature.
Yeah, that's
You're
a freak of
a
nature.
human-made freak.
You're just-
Oh, God.
What is that? It looks
Wow,
like
we're looking at pictures.
looks like someone combed someone's hair with a shotgun.
You just became went from being a man who didn't matter to a woman who doesn't matter
Would you do that?
in the grand scheme of things.
It looks awful. Just keep the original. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, look. It's natural.
We're just, that's a whole site devoted to that, Danny?
What is that, yuck.com?
Danny got it fast because it was in his favorites.
Of course it was. He's got a password and everything.
You've got a gold.
He really did get that very quickly.
Yeah, Dan.
It's not so hard to just Google post-op shemales.
I know that.
Yeah, of course it isn't.
Yeah. Especially when you have it in your cache file.
Ugh!
Jeez, look at that.
What's going on there? Some of these really went awry.
That one looks like Larry Fine.
Yeah.
How do they do? Have they never seen a real vagina?
Oh God!
Whoa!
That's
Is there
awful.
one good one?
Can I tell you that I went
Oh,
to,
there's a good one.
Well, yeah.
I went to a prostitute one time. And I sensed it was a post-op tranny. And I don't know how I sensed it. It was like, let's just say we had sex, and I think it was some sort of an instinct. There was something wrong, and I knew it. It was
Yeah.
something that just was not, and I couldn't put my finger on it because the person looked like it was, and it just was an.
It's like when Marty's mother kissed him back in 1955 and started making out in the car and said something's weird. It's like I'm kissing my brother.
You know what'd be good is if you could make it like a convertible, like a reversible jacket. Like, since it's basically an inside-out male organ.
Yeah.
That you could like use a vacuum cleaner and just pull it out,
And then whenever you want, yeah.
or just
Hang out with the guys.
pop it back. It's an innie or an outie.
Be a slut.
Kind of mood you're in.
Dude, that's creeping me out.
It's
Like,
disgusting. You guys see the pictures. I don't know if we're going to be able to link that
let's
one. Of course we're not gonna be able to
let's
link
take
that
a break and all each go into the bathroom separately with the pictures and
yeah,
and see how long it takes.
Go with pre-op, you silly goose.
Hey, quick break. Louis C.K. is here. What do you want to really promote here, Louis? You got a bunch of really cool stuff happening.
Really, this Showtime and then the two local.
All right, so
I don't care about the.
All right, Showtime, you got a new hour stand-up special. That's huge.
right.
It's called
That's right.
Shoot Up, October 4th, 11 p.m. And then Bergen County Performance Arts Center in
Yes.
Englewood, New Jersey on October 3rd, right?
And also the 4th you're performing at the Paramount Theater in Peekskill.
I am, sir.
Which is
And,
weird because that's the night
The night of the night of my specials airing. I didn't know when we were going to premiere, and I booked it, and I'm not going to cancel it.
You should screw everyone over and just they're sitting waiting for you live, and then you just
drop a screen and make them watch it. Oh, you can also, on my YouTube channel, I have 3 clips from my new special up that I put up.
Oh, cool.
So that people can see
We should
them.
play one of those on XM. Give you a little promotion today.
Definitely dirty.
Opie and Anthony.
Bye, y'all. Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony radio program, where our guest is Louis C.K. Yay for the day. And I might as well be the plug for that I am. Boston, they've added a second show because the first one sold out due to my popularity in that part of the country. Pre-sale will be Thursday morning. It's for November 15th. Or whatever the night I'm already there.
That's effing huge, Jimmy. Wilbur Theater's second show.
Yeah, it sold out in a couple of days, man. Boston was very good. So we had to.
You better thank BCN for that.
BCN has it on the front page of the website, but it's only pre-sale stuff going on sale Thursday morning. I really did a bad job of plugging that, but we all.
That's very good news. Opie and Anthony, yes, Jimmy stated that. We got Louis C.K. Very, very busy man. He's got a new hour special on Showtime October 4th, and then he's got other things. Whatever.
Shoot up.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, by the way, just to be clear, people that come to see me live, it's a different hour than the Chewed Up. Chewed Up is an hour I've retired already. So people, because I got some emails from people saying I'm not going to watch this special because I'm coming to see you a week later, and I don't want to ruin it. But the live show I'm doing right now is called Hilarious, and it's a different hour than what's on Chewed Up.
It's quite presumptuous a title.
Yeah.
Hilarious?
Yeah.
I am hilarious.
Oh, look, I'm just saying it's a little presumptuous.
It's actually based on a bit that I'm doing about how people, just how boring people are, the way they talk, and that hilarious is one of those overused words. Mm. Everybody goes for the top shelf word. You know, everything's amazing or genius or, like...
That's hilarious.
Yeah. If you say to somebody like, oh, I got another cup in case we need 2 cups, they're like, you're a genius. Well, I don't know, genius. But it was because I was listening to these 2 guys talking in Starbucks, just 2 fat white people talking. And one guy says, hey, guess who I saw today? And the other guy goes, who? And he goes, I saw Lisa. And his friend goes, that's hilarious. I'm like, how is it hilarious that you saw Lisa? Was she standing next to Jerry Lewis when he was younger? Like, how is that? You know what hilarious means? Like, so funny that you almost went insane when you heard it. That's
right.
How it means. It's like you're homeless now because you can't reason anymore because of how funny that was.
Because it was hilarious.
I'm like, I don't know this Lisa bitch, but she's not that funny on sight. I hate Lisa. I hope she's dead. I hope she fell off a cliff and then Superman swooped her up and then dropped her from higher. That's what I hope happened to her.
Now that would be hilarious.
Yeah. If ugly, one boob bigger than the other Lisa, with her frizzy hair and her big nose.
It's always the left one, by the way.
Tell us how you really feel,
left
Lou.
boob's always,
Don't sugarcoat it.
Left boob is always bigger. Check it out. I don't know why. I think maybe
It
is the heart more on the left side. That's why, right?
Because the heart's pumping more blood
That's
in
what
the
I'm
left.
thinking.
Always
Sure.
the left.
Hey, this Today Show's doing a thing on this.
For me, it's because I cut off the right one. But.
This Russell Brand who did the VMAs, he went after the Jonas Brothers because they wear promise rings, Louis.
They wear promise rings?
Yeah, these
Promise rings, you fruits.
These promise rings, you basically tell mommy and daddy, I promise not to have sex until I'm married, I guess. And then you wear a ring.
Why are you making sexually related promises to your parents?
To your parents, it's the
creepy.
creepiest friggin' thing.
It just shouldn't be a conversation.
Well, it's a huge debate now because Russell Brand made fun of the whole thing and the Jonas Brothers, and now the Today Show is talking about this.
I'm going to go on record saying Russell Brand, I know he's been on the show and everything, is a douche. I'm going on record. I know the entire show doesn't. I know the entire show doesn't agree with me, but I'm just saying he's a douche.
I'm kind of with you now.
Okay, all right.
I got to admit, I think we're done with Russell Brand. He was on that couch. He was great.
He was on the show. It was
talking about
fun.
hookers and heroin and waking up in Bangkok when he was in L.A. Just crazy stuff. And then he goes on the VMAs. And,
but
that's the same guy?
Yeah, I know.
I see you guys when you go network there, Louis.
Yeah,
I know. MTV's a network in a way.
I know nothing about that guy. I seen him when people dress up for what they do.
Yeah.
I just don't believe them. Whether it's him or Lenny Kravitz is like, just please wear what you wear to the store. Don't
you
put
think
on
he
a
gets
big
all
belt buckle.
gussied up?
Yeah, you know.
But
The hair's teased up.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna like if it was a heat wave in the summer, you'd just look like an ass in 10 seconds. Don't dress like
Hey, you
that.
gotta look like $1 million to make $1 million, Lou.
Yeah. Well, he looks like about $1 million cents.
Yeah, come on, what's
how
that,
much
$2,000?
is that?
that's probably still kind of a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
even though you're calling him a
Bad.
douche today, that whole rant he did on the Jonas Brothers and these dumb promise rings was pretty good. And now they're debating teaching teens about sex. Promise to wait?
Yuck.
That's not that. Here's the thing: they always tell teens like it's wrong or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Just tell them the truth. Like you're gonna feel awful. You're just gonna feel crappy the next. If you don't care about the person you have sex with them, you just parents should tell the stories of the people they've woken up next to.
The crappy though feeling.
Yeah.
The next morning it's weighed, it's on a little teeter-totter with how great it feels at the time.
Sure.
So
that's life.
I don't think the promise ring thing, here's the deal with that. You could put on a ring or not have the ring on. These kids that are putting them on aren't having sex until they're having sex. The ring has nothing to do with it.
No.
It's just, I made a promise right up until you get it, offered to you. And then you forget about it. You can be, where'd you lose the ring? I mean, funny, ironic. It's very ironic where I lost the ring, Dad.
You don't even want to know.
There's going to be a
Dad.
promise plink in the toilet.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Promise plink.
By the
Oh, my
way,
God.
if you want to stop your kid from having sex, make
Yeah.
him wear a promise propeller hat.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and it was weird because the ring was clanging around with a bunch of other ones in there.
Yeah, I just heard a clang.
Yes.
One day it pays off like a slot machine.
Yeah.
Just click, 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 click. Oh,
A wedding
God.
band, a charm bracelet, 2 pennies.
Some local
Brass
teenage
knuckles.
girl. What have you been doing, Leslie? Clink, 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 clink.
Breaking a lot of promises.
It's complete crap, too, because the parents were having their sex back in the day, right? When they were early teens.
Yeah, the parent doesn't want their kid doing the same thing. Do as I say, not as I do.
Well,
But the promise ring thing is, it's not realistic. Like I could have had a promise ring on until, Buzz told me to come upstairs. I wasn't having sex because I wasn't having sex.
Yeah.
It just wasn't happening.
And then
I wanted to.
You go upstairs and you got a big booby monster waiting in the bed
Oh,
for
my
you.
God,
You're
we're
throwing
hurt.
that dumb promise
Jesus.
ring out the window.
Yeah.
Louis, I walk upstairs. She's laying. She's laying in my parents' bed because my bed was a little single bed thing. So the first time I had sex, it was in my parents' bed. And I didn't care. I didn't care if it was on a bed of nails at that point. I didn't. And she goes, "You coming in?"
Who is this girl?
This girl was Buzz. Her name was Chris, and she was 19, and I was 13, and she,
God.
yeah.
Oh my God.
And
better, Dad.
she goes, "Why don't you go up to take a shower?" So I was like, "Okay." So I go up, I go take a shower. I get out of the shower, and I hear, I was ready to walk downstairs. I hear, "You coming in?" I was like, "Why is she in the bedroom? Why is I couldn't put 2 and 2 together quite yet." So I walk over to the bedroom, and she's sitting or laying, kind of sitting with her head against the headboard, and the sheets were just at belly level, and she was very well endowed. So it was the first real live ones that I saw like that, and I just sat there and went, "Oh my God, here it goes. This is it. This is 0 hour."
And it was?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's
Yes.
great.
She's like, "Come on in here." So I crawl get under the covers, and her hand starts moving. Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy." She's moving her hands, and then she has to go, "Why don't you take your pajama bottoms off?" I jumped into bed with my PJs on.
What were you going to, a business meeting?
I didn't know what to do.
That's all right. Is it wrong when you started telling us story? I thought, lucky her.
Can I, please don't hate me for my observation.
Yeah.
You were 13, she was 19?
Yeah.
The age hasn't changed in many, many years.
Wait a minute. No, it has. It's gone the other way pretty far. She's not dead now.
Your age is changing.
Oh, right. I gotcha.
Okay.
First, you used to be.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, the girl is.
That's the last time you were with an older woman.
Yes. You know something? I think you're right.
Yes.
I think that was the absolute last time I was with an older woman. When I was 13.
In his relationships, his age has changed, but the other one has not.
No, it's like
has not.
It's a man's sexual life cycle.
Yeah.
The first thing that ever made me go, wow, and things escape from my body.
Yeah.
was,
poison.
Yes, the first time I excreted poison, I was the thought, the image in my head was this girl in my 9th grade class lifting up her gym T-shirt awkwardly. That was it. Bang.
Wow, that's all it took.
And then, I grew up, and then sex, and then there's, porn, and every possible opening thought of, every possible body part poisoned, every horrible thing and place and person. And now I'm 40, turning 41, and I'm back to the only thing that works is the
9th grade?
lifting her shirt awkwardly.
It's come full
Back
circle.
Back to that.
Hey, Ted the Poster from Whackbag.
All the 18-year-old 9th grade girls, by the way. But go ahead.
Of course.
We were talking about the left boob being a little
back.
bigger, and I suggest that maybe because the heart's a little more to the left side there, pumping the blood, making the left boob a little bigger. And Ted's like, you're stupid. The left boob is bigger because most guys are right-handed.
So they're working it.
So you just squeeze the life out of it?
You're working that muscle for her.
Like a grapefruit that's been... Wow, it's swollen from being punched.
We got some what's the haps. We got the Margaret Cho thing.
We start with Margaret Cho because she's also a hotbed issue for us.
Oh, Margaret Cho.
This is our problem, Louie.
Yeah.
It's really, really simple. A fine radio show. We're obsessed with that. They got fired because they were doing Asian humor. There's a guy, a councilman, John Liu.
Yeah.
Out there in Queens, and he got him fired. Simple as that.
He's obsessed with his own Asianness and other people's Asian. He's obsessed.
Yeah.
And these guys got fired a while ago.
Fired?
Javen Elvis.
Okay.
This is an old story, but we're still obsessed with it because we don't understand why the rules are such. Like you got some radio guys trying to make people laugh. They do some Asian humor. They're gone. They're fired, and their careers have been destroyed by this firing. By the way, so I hope John Liu's happy. And then you got people like Margaret Cho doing just over-the-top stereotypical humor that's way worse than what a radio show did.
Yep.
And there's no problem whatsoever because she's Asian. That's just I will never understand that.
It's a double standard in the language that everybody is comfortable with when it's benefiting them and what they want to say. It's completely fraudulent. Their outrage is fraudulent. Their indignation is done for attention. It's garbage. None of them are genuine, and none of them deserve anything but being spit on for their outrage and their anger.
So
it's
I'm
not consistent.
Laughing at fat B-roll on the news. I love fat B-roll.
Oh,
Look at fat B-roll.
Wow.
That guy knows it's him.
Headless.
Look at she knows it's her. Look at this. Just go out and film fat people, but not their heads.
That's a bad day when you're watching the news and you're like, that's my belly.
And it's some horrible story about obesity and disgusting people, and you're in there.
We should get E-roll in here and see what he thinks.
E-roll, nice, Jimmy, nice.
That kid's fat.
We're obsessed with this topic. We bring it up from time to time. I was watching. Is this from Chelsea Handler? I was watching Chelsea Handler. It's the same. She does the same bit, whatever dumb show she's on.
Ugh.
And Margaret Cho is doing the over-the-top, stereotypical Asian voice, describing her mom. And if a white guy does this, they are fired. And I need someone to explain why there's a double standard like this. I would love to get John Liu on this show.
He wouldn't.
And give him a talking to, like, John, why don't you go after this Margaret Cho? She's making, in your world, she's making your community look really bad.
I wish I could find the tape from when I did Pootie Tang. There's a part in the movie where he makes a hit record, but it's silence. There's no sound to it. So there's a montage of all these people reacting to it. And it was in the script. It just said a young Asian boy is listening to the Nothing, and his father runs in the room and says, "Turn that noise down." Like any father would.
Yeah.
And I just wrote Asian just because that's what I saw. I didn't want, but every auditioner, every single one, the audition goes the same as, "Oh, tone it down, you're driving me crazy."
Oh,
and then
really?
you hear me or the person auditioning going, "It's not supposed to be a stereotype Asian." And then the actor goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he just does it as the good American that he is. Because none of them were. Well, they were all American-born Asians, but they just assumed, they want me to go, "Oh!"
He wants the wacky.
I was like, no, I actually don't want that.
1944 version.
Oh, go the hole.
So here's Margaret Cho. Now, if you're a white comedian doing this, or certainly a radio show.
Oh, radio show, you're
white
done.
guys on the radio doing this, you're so fired.
Yeah.
And it's not, by the way, this is not about Margaret Cho. She should do what she does. What she does.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, it's
the double standard.
Phony special interest groups. They're just liars. Now, their excuse.
Well, see here, I'd like to compare it to what those guys did, because I don't know what they did.
Well, we can't. That's the problem. We can't even.
Because the only thing I would say, just to be devil's advocate.
Yes.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, Devil has a lot of advocates, doesn't he?
Is that, like he needs any. Jesus.
Yeah, it's the devil.
He's doing fine. Is that she is telling you something her mother said, and if her mother talks like that, it'd be one thing to say,
that's their excuse.
But that's what we say also. What if I go to Chinatown?
Yeah.
And I meet this guy, if he's selling stuff there, and he talks in a stereotypical, how you would say, Asian accent,
right,
as he's selling you a duck
him.
or something. And I say, I'm trying to, convey the story, and I want to imitate him.
That's why
authentically.
That's why in my mind I could only know, if I knew what those guys did.
They were imitating.
It wasn't even them. They used a computer program to have the computer say words in the stereotypical drop the R for an L kind of a thing,
right.
And made a phone call using that computer program. That's all they did.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, I personally think anybody who gets repercussions from words they say, that's just stupid. I just think
silly.
Just words and humor are just what they are. It's just stupid.
Fire the computer.
But I'm not sure she's a great example, because she is describing example. She is Asian, describing her Asian mom.
That's why she's a perfect example, because that's the excuse they use. Well, it's irrelevant. The accuracy of what you're doing in humor for it to be allowable is irrelevant. That's the only reason they're comfortable with it. But you're being allowed to do it should go across the board. She's not mocking, or she's irrelevant. The fact that they're putting somehow a higher motive to her because she's telling the truth. So what if I'm telling the truth about a rape? You understand? It's completely irrelevant. It's all
I don't
reasons.
know that it's irrelevant.
It's absolutely irrelevant. Are you kidding me? Who cares whether it's the truth or not? It doesn't matter.
I'm not kidding you.
It's silly.
Let's continue.
That's their excuse.
They're so messy.
So hold on. What if you people didn't know you're Mexican? So what if you start doing a Mexican accent about somebody that you knew growing up? People don't realize you're Mexican.
Carlos Mencia would take it.
They may get offended. The fact that
I don't
know
think
he was
people
Mexican.
have a right to be. People have a right to be offended. I don't care if people get offended. If I do my dad has a Mexican accent, and if I do an impression of it, and people think it's a white guy making fun of Mexican. I guess I think there is, but again, I hate being on this side of it, because I think the guys shouldn't have been fired. But to say that she's doing something that's, it's just, I guess I think it's different, because she's not saying this is how Asian people talk, and isn't it silly because it's grammatically incorrect. She's just saying, here's how my mom sounds.
But the joke is, it's grammatically incorrect, and here's how she sounds, which is why she's doing the voice. See, when I'm talking about my father, I don't do the impression of my dad. When I'm doing my dad, I'll go, my father told me, I don't do my father's exact inflection unless I want a laugh from the fact that there's something wrong with it.
If she just said this stuff without the little accent she's doing, it wouldn't be funny at all.
Yeah, but that's the
not
thing.
funny.
Do you do impressions of every person you hear?
But you're two different kinds of comedians. You're very different from Margaret Cho, qualitatively and you're funnier than her. But there's some people that do voices and act out the people they're doing. I don't think that the root of what's unfunny to me, but funny to some people about that bit she's doing is her mother's accent. It's the kind of person her mother is. If you're listening to the content of it, it's really more about there's weird idiosyncrasies her mother has.
But part of that is the accent and the words being said wrong. That's part of it, and that's part of why she's doing
flattened
it.
out, sort of myopic, kind of weirdly, if you look at it with very slanted eyes.
That's why she's doing that, dude. That's why she's doing it, though. I don't put a higher motive.
I think you're seeing this through very slitty eyes, Jim.
No.
I feel like you're...
That's why she's doing
widen your
They're
eyes.
going to dump that. They're going to dump that. You can't do that. They're going to dump that.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not mad at
will.
you. That's what they're going to dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll dump that.
Okay.
Yeah, can you
I was
believe it?
making a joke about myopia.
See how she pauses after certain words because she knows the way they're said.
gonna get
I definitely would think that. I think her mother's voice is a crutch in her act. I think that's true. I do, but I do think there's more to it than that. And again, I don't agree with the other side because I think doing a funny voice that makes people laugh is just funny. Who cares?
There is more to it. Like, she is doing a bit that is content.
Yeah.
But the point is, she's pausing after certain missaid Asian words or words because she knows there's a joke, which is fine. She should be doing that.
Right.
I'm only saying that their outrage is completely fraudulent, and they find reasons as to why she should be able to say it because it's okay for them. It's all garbage.
No, outrage is BS. It's stupid. It's people that think that they have a right to be protected from being offended is what's wrong in this century. Is that people think that somehow they don't have they have that there should be people protecting them from being uncomfortable, from there being stuff out there they don't like to hear. That I think that's the main thing that's wrong right now. Is people that think, well, I don't like that, so it shouldn't exist. No, you should have to feel uncomfortable sometimes.
The problem is,
everybody think. I don't know. Americans think that they're owed a perfect day.
There's this entitlement thing that goes on in this country where they confuse America and freedom.
That's exactly
with the right to not be annoyed, offended,
right?
And that's not it at all.
I think it goes across the board. It's also you're like that too in a way, and I don't. It's something you're honest about.
Screw yourself, Louie.
No, not about being offended, but about being comfortable. Like Americans either they want to be perfectly, crazily comfortable and completely unoffended and coddled. Yeah, and they actually. So it's like we don't fight wars to protect our freedom. We fight wars to just keep inside the margin of being really comfortable.
To be comfortable.
Crazily comfortable.
Yeah, because just freedom is probably very uncomfortable.
Yeah, just freedom is like a drag.
It's like, all right, you got freedom, go ahead. You got true freedom. Now go out onto the prairie, build yourself a soddy, and do a little house on the prairie thing.
Yeah.
No, that sucks. That's freedom, but it's not comfortable.
No.
And it's not just Americans. In Europe, we always say it's Americans. They're trying to ban ads that are somehow gender stereotypical gender ads that are sexy or offensive because the Europeans are a bunch of watered down douches. It's not just Americans.
No, you're right.
It's England.
We're horrible.
They coddle Muslims in England. They're terrified of offending Muslims in England.
Yep.
That's like black and white here. So the whole world is just filled with a bunch of sissies who are dishonest.
That's absolutely true.
And we stink.
I think so.
All right, we got to take a break.
All right, Louis C.K. Showtime, October 4th, his new 1 hour special.
Right.
And then some concert dates we'll get into after the break. Opie and Anthony.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
God damn it! Fuck this show. Take this fucking show and forget fucking
It's the one that scares Louis C.K. It's Opie and Anthony. Sarah Palin asking what the job does.
What is that job, that vice presidential job? I have no idea.
I love that one.
She stinks, but if the liberals win, you can't win with. If the liberals win, no one's gonna be able to say anything offensive. If she wins, there's gonna be they win. They're gonna be more conservative than the Supreme Court. It just they all suck.
No, they do. And I'm I like Obama, and that's probably who I'm going to vote for. But when I was watching their convention, at the end, him and his wife and Biden, all those people are all standing on this stage. And people are going nuts, and there's confetti and all this stuff. It's like a rock concert. And then at some point, it shifted for me, and I realized everybody's going, yay, politicians. Two senators. Oh, I love senators.
This is great.
Dude, we got to see them senators.
Rock.
Really? Really? They're all just gross.
Senators.
Who says I'm the one? Who's that big of an idiot? including Obama.
They
Anybody,
should not be up on a stage like that with that kind of with those accolades and that kind of cult of personality.
A light show.
Light shows and confetti balloons.
Yes.
The music's going.
Yep.
It is really twisted. Politicians, man. Did you get your tickets?
Yeah, did you get
I'm
your
going
tickets
down
for
to
that
see the
dude that
politicians.
co-sponsored that bill and hosted that dinner.
I'm going to scalp, man. I'm going to scalp once I get
salesman.
there. I don't care how much it is. I got to get in and see that politician.
God damn.
Oh, that is so goddamn funny. That it's ridiculous.
No.
It is just some, I don't know, didn't they used to just, like, get on a train and go from town to town and stand on an actual stump and go, my fellow Americans, what I'm going to give you is a chicken in every pot.
Yep.
But even that was hack after the first guy did it.
Yeah.
Then everyone followed suit. Like, what are you doing, man? That was cool, but why are you
still doing
redoing?
that?
I'm getting on a choo-choo train and do, oh, God.
That's why I like, even though McCain is on the other side of the issues for me, I love that he's just up there. He's got, like, dandruff on his shoulder and, like, the wrong slide behind him. Like,
he is just a
sort of can't raise his arms and just, well, here's what I would do. That's great. That's why I would have been okay with him if he hadn't picked this woman who I just think she really scares you, huh, Louis? Yeah, he's going to die. She's going to be president, and she's, I don't know. When I watched that speech, people were so amazed that she could stand up there. But there's a difference between somebody who, like, really gets what's going on and has the guts to stand up to it, and somebody who just has a huge amount of gall and self-love and
all right,
audacity.
Now is this a party-related thing, or how do you feel about Hillary?
What, Hillary?
Yeah, how do you just feel about her?
She's been in the public. She's been a part of that for just eons. She's a huge veteran of that of public life. I hate Hillary.
Yeah, but I do believe
but when she
her intentions are completely self-centered and
I think that too.
Selfish, and I think she's just a power-hungry.
Yeah, that's the thing. And actually, I would have been better off. I think we would have been better off with that, because I think this woman is one of these weird, thinks she's anointed. She used to go, I guess, to Pentecostal things where you like to speak in tongues and faith heal. So it's just people like that think that,
speak
like,
French.
God picked them.
Speak Greek.
Big tongue.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
She would
speaking big tongues.
You just go to these things. You know how it is.
You know how it is.
But people like that are more likely to think that it's and she belongs to some church now that's like one of those mega church things that they do in stadiums or whatever.
Oh, really? Where they shut their eyes, put their hands up, and go,
and those kind of people,
God is an awesome God, and they wave their hands around.
Those kind of people are dangerous. They kill people, and they think it's okay because of the God and country. Anybody who has that low amount of perspective, who can't just go, all right, but seriously, we all poop and pee, and
and we can talk about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow. I didn't know she was part of one of those big stadium church things.
I could be talking right out of my bum.
Then how come busloads of churchgoers sometimes get hit by big boulders that roll down a hill into their bus?
Oh, they didn't.
Why do children get cancer?
Because they're not Christian enough.
I guess not.
Didn't pray hard enough.
The bass solo is nice.
Yeah, I like that bass. Satan is a friend of ours. He helps us goof on retards and sick people.
We like Mary Magdalene because she was a hooker and she had no gag reflex.
I tried to run and hide, but Jesus came and found me and he touched me down inside.
Whoa, he touched him down inside.
He always gets his man, and he'll zap you.
He always gets his man. What's that mean?
Pontius Pilate was a silly goose.
Him and his whip. Jesus is a friend of mine. Oh. Yeah. He's been tased. What happened?
Wow.
That must have really... Is that them? Who? Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Sunseed?
Wow.
The band is Sunseed.
Sunseed? I'd rather drink a batch of seeds. A batch of sour seeds.
Oh my God.
Look at these guys. What are they on?
Sunseed, that figures. That's what a lot of priests say over the years.
Jesus.
Hey, son.
No,
is this from the Donnie and Marie show back in the 70s?
Oh, really?
Oh
what a Donny Osmond looking douche.
Jesus is not a friend of yours.
Let's say hi to Christine and Beth Page.
You can't be cool, idiot.
If Jesus was a friend of ours, they would all just die.
Well,
Exactly.
Looks like they're wearing promise rings and everything.
Look at the Bee Gees there. What's his name?
Wish they would
Gibb in
promise
the
to
back.
shut up.
Barry Gibb is in the back.
This has got to be an old song. It has to.
Yeah, it
25
has to
years
be.
old.
Oh, it is? Okay.
No.
Chris-
Jimmy just says that.
Yeah, 25 years old.
Is it?
Yes.
Stop. You're just saying that. I know you are. You don't know nothing about this.
I got a message written on
Oh my God.
Oh,
What was that?
Steve.
I don't know. From Steve.
Hello?
Yes.
Just look at the clothes they're wearing. You can tell how old it is from their clothes.
Christine.
Yes.
Hi.
Did you guys forget about me?
We got you. What is it?
Yeah, what do you got?
Absolutely nothing. I was just calling to say good morning, tell you guys that.
Good. That was important.
All right, what do you got there, Jimmy?
What's this?
You
No, you got to...
No, they just say it was 25 years old.
at 25
Oh, it
years
is
old.
25 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That sounded a little like new, the bass line anyway.
Who bops to that, though? They're actually... Who watches that video and goes, that was good?
Crank to it.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we have What's the Haps. I don't know if we have time to do that.
I hope we do.
We have Sam on the street talking to women about Sarah Palin. We could do this one. It's quick.
Ties in.
What do you think? You think the women are running to vote
Apparently
for the Sarah Palin ticket
I
there?
heard they don't like her as much as men do. That's what I
Especially
read.
since she's against abortion. And, you know, those whores are all getting knocked up.
I know.
yeah.
It's just
Former
let anybody in there. It's ridiculous.
Former
They don't want to
birth
let
control.
nobody out. I mean, what kind of double standard is that?
After Sarah Palin's speech at the RNC, numbers for the McCain camp have gone through the roof. We are hitting the pavement to find all the women who have been hit with Palin fever.
My first reaction was that it was a very poor choice for somebody who is as old as Mr. McCain.
Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was kind of trying to contain my laughter. She just seems completely unqualified for the job.
I don't know much about her, but I feel that it was trying to pull in the Hillary Clinton voters.
Do you think it'll work?
No, I think that people are smarter than that.
Apparently, some women don't need an actual reason to hate Ms. Palin. I'll bet Stephanie here likes her.
Not a fan. She is anti-sex education, anti-birth control, and she's got a knocked-up daughter.
I'm not sure of her experiences, and I think with 5 children, you need to sort of concentrate on your family.
All right. So everyone hates Palin.
ripping me
except for
off.
this old broad. How do you feel about John McCain's pick for a vice presidential candidate?
I saw her. I thought I went along with her.
Looks like, according to New York, McCain's going to need a little more than some overly fertile Alaskan chick to win this election. I'm Sam Roberts.
He's doing his John Montone impression, I see.
I'm Sam Roberts.
Yeah, but I mean that was just grabbing women.
Mhm.
We weren't taking any angle on that, and that's what they're saying out
Yeah.
there. So
I really don't want McCain to win, even though I like him.
I like him too.
This is a very
important election.
Divisive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a biggie.
I would be less concerned about him if he didn't bring in a heavy religious influence. I'm sick of a heavy religious influence.
The thing I was really
president,
hoping
though.
about McCain, I felt before he picked her that that it would be okay if it would be a good thing if he won, because the right side of our politics, conservative politics, used to be more conservative and reasonable, like Barry Goldwater, and even Ronald Reagan. But then it became this about all this religious stuff and all this extreme.
Yeah, when did that come in?
Because guys like Karl Rove and them were running the Republican Party. But I think if McCain had become president, he would have got rid of all those people.
Yeah.
And now, but he brought her in, so they're all still going to be there. And they're a drag. I always vote Democrat, but I don't think it should always, I think there should be like half the time it should be a Democrat, half the time it should be a Republican. 'Cause that's democracy. Most people aren't liberal. Like 40% of people are liberal, 40% are conservative, 20% are swingy.
But do you see how it's
that's how
worked?
it should always be, a flip-flop. I'm happy when there's sometimes a president that I don't agree with, but these people are crazy.
You know how it works,
but
though?
he's the old school. He's the good guy. He's Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
But it's like Teddy Roosevelt picked Hitler to run with.
All right. Where can I vote on that ticket?
It's not a real ticket, Ed.
Oh, damn it.
It's not a real ticket. Wow.
Plus, Hitler was German and a terrible man.
A dictator and a
and a murderer.
Genocide,
Roosevelt was
mass
American
murderer.
president. He's dead. It was impossible.
So what are you saying?
Murderer, like he killed a guy in an alley.
A murderer. He was a murderer.
At least manslaughter he would have gotten, yeah.
Well, we got to get the hell out of here.
Damn.
A lot of things going on. Jimmy's got a second show at the Wilbur Theater.
Yes, it's the same night, whatever night I'm there, which I think is the 14th or 15th of November. Pre-sale begins Thursday morning. The first one is totally sold out. So you can go to the pre-sale. Go to my myspace.com, Jim Norton, or onaradio.com, and there'll be a link.
Okay.
To the pre-sale.
And Louis C.K., it's always a pleasure. He's got his chewed up new hour stand-up special on Showtime October 4th, 11 p.m. And he's got a couple of shows, live shows, that are different than the Showtime special.
Totally different.
Keep that in mind. October 3rd, Bergen County Performance Arts Center in Englewood, New Jersey. Yes. October 4th, Paramount Theater, Peekskill, New York.
Yes, sir.
The great Louis C.K.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. We're off to XM, and you'll do what you do.
Sirius XM. They merged.
Of course.
Star Opie and Anthony. These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice.
Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Louis C.K., of course, made the walk to this new Sirius Satellite XM radio company.
Yeah.
They'll be getting rid of that XM part very, very soon.
I don't understand.
I don't know. The
any of
XM
it.
looks better on the.
I think XM should be the name of the new company because it's a better name than Sirius.
Speculation.
I have an XM radio in my car. Is it going to work still?
No, it's going to blow up now.
Really?
They're going to set them all to blow up.
They're going into Xbox technology.
Ooh.
Yep.
And they're actually changing the subscription price, $1,500 a month.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put in Xbox.
$1,500.
You're gonna have to
it bums me out because I like XM, but I mean I chose XM over Sirius when I bought my car.
Yeah, but they're already
I liked it better.
They're already messing with the programming because one of my favorite channels that Sirius had to offer back in the day was this Chill. Oh, OutQ, of course.
Get it? It's the gay channel.
Another gay joke for the boys.
Wait a minute, he's saying that you're a homosexual man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're
not, though. You have a girlfriend.
Fiancé.
So wait a minute, he's saying that to make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
But he
God.
gets a prize because I think that's the 100,000th gay joke.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you win.
I don't go for them.
Yeah.
I go for cock.
Yeah.
1,000, 100,00001.
Boo.
Combinations. Actually, that didn't even qualify as a joke. That was a gay thing.
But they got Chill on XM now. Or did they always have XM Chill? Now I'm confused.
They took Chill away?
What?
I thought Chill was still around on XM.
What's Chill?
Was Chill always there?
It's been there for a while.
It's all about lithium for me now.
Wait, but wasn't Chill like a Sirius channel?
No, I think Chill was XM.
Channel.
Wait, XM always had Chill?
For
I know they had fine tuning.
For some time. You're talking about like that.
And I know they had audio visions, but did they have Chill?
It's kind of like Ravey, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, Chill's been around for a while.
Oh, then my whole point is dumb.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
I thought they were already messing with the programming.
Lithium on Sirius.
It's a good station, right?
That's the channel.
I wouldn't know. I don't have any serious programming yet.
No?
None.
I got it in my house and in my
seriously,
car.
do I have to go take my car in to get
Yes,
the fucking
Louis, yes!
Because I don't like that. Somebody gave me a serious thing, and it's like I got to put it on top of.
Yeah.
I have a radio.
No,
that
they're
was put in
very
there by my
small
car.
and wonderful units that are lightweight.
Yeah, but I want it in this fucking. I want it in the dash. I don't want
better mileage riding on your front two tires.
You want it in dash.
I want it in the fucking car.
I know, exactly.
As part of the car.
You need to buy a new car.
Oh,
is what it is.
Right in my mother's cunt.
The problem with this merger is forcing
Seriously.
everyone to buy new cars. Why are we all talking at the same time? I don't know.
Yes. It's all the same subject, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you got to buy a new car. That's what the problem with this merger is.
AIDS.
That's all.
AIDS.
Oh, and Chill is old on XM. Great.
Oops.
So now I'm losing my fucking mind on top of
Hey.
everything. That's wonderful.
It's lagging like a motherfucker.
Then what is
today.
Sirius's
There you
XM
go.
Chill channel called? Because
Right.
that was the one I really liked, and now I thought it was Chill, and now I'm thinking it might be another name.
Simmer down, I think.
Simmer Down. I like Sirius's Simmer Down channel.
Hold your horses.
Yeah.
Hold your horses down to a dull roar. Serious. 104.
And everyone is now calling me a dummy, which is very appropriate.
Oh.
So.
Why? Who cares you didn't know the channel name? It's fucking, there's two services combined into one. The whole thing is a conglomerated mulata mongrel class of service.
You guys want to talk to this mayor?
I certainly do.
Yes.
What did he do? Can you just brief me?
Well,
And your listeners?
Well, we...
He's calling in now.
What, Jimmy?
No, I'm saying, is he on the hold?
Yeah, he's on hold. But he can't hear us.
Mayor Dennis Elwell
Elwell
of Secaucus
What now?
Something happened.
has successfully.
What happened?
I just talked to his.
Oh boy!
I just talked to the mayor's assistant. Now that they've got it moved, they don't feel the need to talk about it further.
You
Okay,
fucking piece of shit!
What's the mayor?
And the mayor is now out at the
Changing your
Meadowlands
tune.
Commission.
How about this? What's the mayor's assistant? How'd you get a hold of the mayor's assistant?
He was the one that picked up the phone. He didn't want to comment either on
What's
it.
the number?
Of course,
It's a perfectly legitimate number to give out. It's a public number.
It is.
Oh my goodness!
Don't need that anymore.
Stupid friggin' mayor.
Jimmy, I'm sorry.
201-330-2000.
201. What is it?
330-2000.
330-2000.
That's the number
So maybe
for
look, if
Mayor
anybody else
Dennis
wanted to
Elwell.
discuss it, maybe because he won't talk to us obviously because he got his way. And is there an email or something like that? There has to be an
I'll
email
find one for him. I'll find
for the
one. This was
assistant
all
and the
done-
mayor. This way people can voice their
The
opinion to
mayor
a public.
doesn't feel.
Do it respectfully, of course, and do it with class.
Whatever, Jimmy. We should have fucking talked to this guy.
Well, he wouldn't.
The guy had a sexpo moved from his shitty town to another shitty town. That's what the story is, Lou.
Secaucus is like...
It's
It's Secaucus.
It's white
The
shit.
name alone
Stinkaucus. I
sounds
know.
like shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I think people, if you get his email, Steve,
No,
this way people
Secaucus
can
is like
voice their
Baltic
opinion.
Avenue on the
He got it,
Monopoly
yeah.
board.
He has a tumor on his Secaucus.
The mayor, we were going to say that he's basically, Dennis Elwell's a fucking a cunt mayor,
Yeah.
an uptight douchebag of a shitty place.
Who is taking his moral agenda, personal moral agenda, and thinking it's representing all the people that we don't want this in our town. Who's we? He won't even take one fucking call from us.
No.
You think he's taking calls from his constituency?
Mayor Elwell
I doubt
is
it.
the president of a family-owned trucking company. Maybe somebody knows that trucking company, and maybe you can contact him through that trucking company. I don't know.
Also former...
Maybe you can.
Also,
Board of Education.
Yeah, of course. Just a douchebag.
Decorated Vietnam combat veteran.
All right, fine. So he did that as
Also
well.
part of the Mafia hit squad.
Oh, Jesus. He's a family-owned trucking company. Did he ever say, hey, some... God damn my fucking thing! Don't
do it! Don't do it!
Don't you do it!
Do it!
Don't
do
you?
it!
Yeah. He
Ooh.
dropped it from
Now it's
4
off.
inches high.
He's a rebel.
I won't.
That was a very calculated.
I
He's
had
like,
a joke that depended on a beep to cover up the N-word. Because I can't say it.
We're all in fucking vile moods this morning.
Fuck yeah.
Can I help myself out here by having Jason on the air? Jason
What
in Kentucky.
happened?
Jason?
Jason?
Hello, yes, sir.
Hi.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
What, excuse me, I'll do that after. Okay.
I've called to tell you that you are not stupid. The Sirius channel is also called Chill. It is channel 35. They call it Smooth Electronica.
There you go. I'm not losing my
Smooth
mind after all.
Electronica.
And now we got some info on Secaucus. Nick in Jersey.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, man. Hey, you go on Craigslist. Every single hooker in the world is on Route 3 in Secaucus.
Dude, it's amazing. The Meadowlands, right? They're right by the fucking Meadowlands.
Yes.
Unreal.
You know
That's
that
why
for a
the-
fact, Jimmy? That Route 3 is what?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, you want it? Well, just tell them on the air.
No, because they got to do a thing. Danny explained it to me off the air. That's why I'm saying.
Okay. They have to do a what thing?
They're obligated to the interview, so I'm like, let them just do the interview.
They're all whores.
You don't like that guy, do you?
No.
Tell him to his face.
I told him many. I don't want to give him any mentions.
Okay. All right.
They're all whores in Secaucus because that's why they named it called Secaucus. Like that's sort of bad grammar, but they're saying that they look at penises a lot. Seacock.
You know what I added to that? I went is. What is that? I knew where you're going, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna help him accent this by doing the is part when you were going for the us part.
Seacock is what?
All right, well, there you go. So they got a new venue, and the mayor's happy.
Yeah, he's got a big face too.
He sure does.
A big white face.
All right. Louis talks about coming. From
what?
Is this from your actual special that's airing October 4th on Showtime?
Which one that is. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Never seen that.
How many coming jokes do you have?
I talk about coming a lot. I have like thousands.
What do you think the C and CK stands for? He's the cum kid.
The cum kid.
First joke about my name that made any sense ever.
Yeah, there.
It's right there. Because people have always, CK.
CK.
Well, so what's your...
Carp kisser?
Yeah, they can't do it.
That's cock without the vowel and the other C.
Yeah.
I think this is from your Showtime special. So we're going to give people a preview of what they're in for October 4th when it's on Showtime at 11 o'clock.
Because I need to come. I need to. Coming is a need. I came the first time when I was 12, and I haven't skipped a day. I come every day. And I've fucked maybe 20 times in my life, so... It's just been me doing most of the work. And I really, I jerk off way too much, and it upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so selfish. I don't know what it is, but I know it's bad. I know I'm hurting somebody somewhere. There's something wrong with it. Like, I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down. So I have a feeling I had to do it. I had to. Otherwise, they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. It was a strange time for all of us.
Louis hitting it out of the park, man.
The audio quality on that is so good. The laughs, what happens with a lot of shoots is the way they shoot the laughs or they mic that is a fucking great
it's
because
it's because you have to look after it because when you go in to do a special. They overlight the audience and they under-mic everything. And you have to tell them, I need to feel loud as a motherfucker, and I need to be really, really, I need the audience to be pitch black. And they go, well, then we can't see him, and and you say, shut up, it's not your special, you fucking old douche.
It says Louis C.K. special.
Why do they want to light the audience? Why?
Bob the
Because they want to cut to somebody laughing so that it's easier to edit it. And it makes editing easier, but it doesn't, if you don't do it, it doesn't make it impossible. You just have to fucking spend a little more time in the room. I edited this special. I also directed it.
But how does it help the...
I didn't want any more bullshit.
Pitch black is just a better...
I just here the reason to me to have it dark in the audience is that, especially if you're doing the kind of humor that you and I do, Jim, which is very honest and bold, people in the audience don't want to be looking at each other. They want to feel like they're in the dark, and they want to feel like you're so loud that if they scream, they're still going to hear you.
And so you can't see the...
Yes, exactly. Those people are all. You don't want to see those people.
It's my beep.
You'll know
I had to see if it worked. That's all. I don't care how many are in the audience.
It's too late. Timing's everything, my friend.
You're right. I hate seeing the audience.
Missed your opportunity.
Yeah, and they don't like seeing each other. It makes them inhibited.
I hate fucking seeing the audience. In my special, I could see them.
God damn it. Why they hate seeing you too.
They don't.
No, they love Jimmy. I'm kidding. That's the joke.
I was voted most likely to be a treat in high school. Boy, most likely to be misinterpreted as a treat.
Ted the treat? I don't understand.
It's not Ted, it's me.
It sounded like Ted for a minute.
Ted's a little loud.
I do Ted impressions all the time at home. I just love doing Ted impressions.
Louis, that sounds nothing like Ted.
Yes, it does. You have to kind of look up. And why'd you call him Louis?
Louis, I was going to say Louis is Ted really enjoys Louis.
You really made a mistake and called me Louis.
No, I was actually thinking of Louis, and I was thinking of Ted.
Do you hate when that happens?
Always. Because
okay, Opie, enough.
Ted's thing. I fancy Louis C.K.'s humor. He's a little harsh with the language. I don't care for that. Ted's a prude. Yes, Ted doesn't like the language.
Ted is a lot of things. All right, hey, you want to do a little wrestling? There's a pretty funny wrestling story that hit today.
Is there? Two sweaty men.
Well, Ric Flair got beat up.
Did something slip into somebody else by accident?
Ric Flair got beat up by his daughter and her boyfriend.
In real life?
Yes.
Woo!
Where's Sam with the scoop?
Oh, that must have been good.
He's helping with something else.
Oh, with the other thing?
Get rid of the gnat? How is Sam helping?
Hey, Sam. Sam has a certain swagger to him these days. You just walked in like swaggering.
Take your fucking time, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You just did. You kind of swaggered in the room. I remember when you were a snot-nosed little kid, all wet behind the ears from when Jimmy came on the back of your head.
I still am.
Oh, okay.
So what's up with Ric Flair?
Well, I guess this story just broke last night. Apparently, he got into a fight with his daughter and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like a fist fight.
Oh,
yeah.
First music, I gather. Wouldn't know.
I was thinking about having, kids. Louis, your father.
Yeah.
I was thinking, when you go into having kids, it's a cool thing. Like, oh, man, I'm going to have, a son. He's going to be just like me. I'll bring him up, and we'll have father and son time.
Harry Chapin song together.
Yeah.
And then you raise a little fucker that ends up, beating the shit out of you someday. You actually...
Get the shit kicked out of you by your own kid.
Right.
Wow,
but that's not in the planning when you're deciding to be, a father. This little fucker is going to grow up and just be a nightmare and end up, taking a hammer to your head.
How old is the kid?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, they're in their 20s. But I'm just saying in general, you have good intentions by bringing another human being into your household and you're raising a monster.
I always thought
most people that eventually turns on you.
Most people don't raise their kids; they just have them.
Yeah,
you have them, and then they just kind of grow up.
Just let them. They don't put any effort into raising them. And then they go, "Why isn't this working?" Because you're not even fucking trying. You're just. What are the chances a wrestler is a good parent?
Yeah, exactly. That he's a good parent. I don't see it.
Yeah, he's wrestling on the road 300 days a year, and you're surprised that he's getting beat up by his own kid down the road.
I always thought it was odd when a child kills their mother. Or father, but the mother is a weird thing.
It's a little odd.
It is odd. I always thought it was a little odd.
But runs against the grain a little, yeah.
I think it's I thought of it as this retroactive tumor that grew inside of her, left, and then came back to kill her anyway.
Yes,
because
exactly.
it grew inside of her, and then kills her.
Well, it's like those parasites that are really weird, like the ones that go
that they put in Chekhov's ear.
Well,
in Wrath of Khan?
The ones in rivers, in dirty rivers. I mean, real ones, like people that drink that dirty water. Then they wade out into the water, and the parasite becomes a worm that works its way down into your lower legs and then bursts out your skin. And
God damn! Where the fuck is this? What planet?
You don't know about this
fucking
one?
Africa or
wherever. Okay, now it figures. In fucking Jurassic continent.
No.
That fucking place, I want nothing to do with it.
They leave your body through your pee hole sometimes.
Yes. There's all kinds of... I mean, the intricate... The creativity of some dirty bugs... There is a bug that can crawl into an ant's brain and drive it around like a car. It knows how to work its brain.
Holy shit, that's hysterical. They're just I gotta go somewhere, but I'm too small.
It goes up into the ant's brain and knows how to work its nervous system to run it around as transportation.
Yeah, coolest fucking parasite ever.
I think I saw that on Planet Earth. It was really cool.
Ants do something that's incredible, which is that they keep aphids, which are... smaller bugs. They keep them like cattle.
Oh, they milk them.
They milk them, and they also keep them in their homes, in a nice cool area, and they feed them, and then they milk them and drink the milk.
Do they eventually eat the aphids?
No, the aphids are just
Yeah,
Do they fuck them?
They're dairy cows.
I mean, interesting.
I think they fuck them and they
One
come on their
ant that
faces.
fucks an aphid, it's like a Megan's Law pedophile
Yeah.
thing. He drank the milk, but he didn't milk him. He just put his mouth on it and drank.
No aphids are allowed near his house.
Chained to his radiator. An aphid chained to his radiator.
Do you know that aphids are eaten by ladybugs? And they say aphids reproduce so fast. They're one of the fastest reproducers.
Yeah.
That after X amount of time, short period of time, they would outweigh the planet. Can somebody look up aphids?
Wow.
They say that ladybugs and the fact that they prey on aphids.
We should kill all the ladybugs and see. Fly away home.
I forgot the
Your
rest
house
of it.
is on fire and your children are burning or something.
You fucking whore.
Yeah, exactly, ladybug.
Fucking left them alone in the house, you fucking drunken cunt.
Yeah, stop flashing your bug cunt all over town. To the fucking black beetles.
Care for all the kids that are tumbling out of your bush, you stupid whore.
Get off your shelf for 5 minutes, you hole, and fucking clean the ladybug toilet.
You fucking
with all the microscopic
black spotted cunt.
Fly away home, bitch.
With all the microscopic organisms out there, how are we still alive on this planet?
Some help, some hurt.
Careful balance.
Yes.
There's a careful
Right
balance.
now there is, but how are we winning this battle when we can't even see these things?
Well,
God, breathe some in.
Because they live for about 15 minutes is their whole lifespan.
Yeah.
And then they die of old age 15 minutes later. They die of old age.
So fucked up. Oh, Danny has a factoid.
Well, I had a good run.
Well, look, what you're watching actually right now is the scene from Planet Earth that Louis was talking about.
Yeah.
You see that thing growing out of its head? That's
Holy
actually the
fuck,
parasite
no.
coming out of the ant head.
That's the what?
That's kind of fucking.
Dude,
That's coming out
that
of
is
the
like a
ant
big
head?
thing coming out of an ant head.
How big is that?
Is the ant dead?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what? It used the ant?
It used the ant until it was done with him, and then burst out of its head.
It's like a
Yeah.
woman.
And moved
Dude.
on.
Used the ant as a vehicle, walked around like a fucking transformer.
It is. That is
No
some
way.
fucking
Yes.
sci-fi alien shit
No
right there.
fucking way, man.
Yep, they do it all day
And that's
long.
bigger than I thought too. It's visible.
Yep.
Comes out of its head.
Planet Earth, it rules, by the way.
Dude, that was one of the best series I think I've ever watched.
I didn't see
Oh,
this
in
one.
high
Planet
def.
Earth it's called.
It's called
Fucking
Planet Earth.
sick in high
It's
def.
out on DVD, dude. It's
Wait,
amazing.
does a British guy narrate it or Sigourney Weaver?
Yes!
Sigourney Weaver did
Sigourney.
that one.
No, but the Sigourney. No, the thing
When,
is
when
this.
the when the thing came out of the ant, did she go?
Oh God! Oh God! That was the other woman, the weaker woman in the spaceship. Oh God!
Oh, I loved her. She was
she
hysterical.
was great.
Oh God!
Oh God! I hate that.
Cartwright, what was her name? I
Ant.
forget. Not Angela Cartwright, the sister.
You think you have a racist parasite in your head just controlling
Driving me around. It's driving me around. Yeah. Goddamn. And the fucking.
Let's just blame a racist parasite that's living in your brain.
He knows how to drive your brain. Liver and pussy on the 20.
Oh, pusser. A little pusser, Jim. Oh, damn it. Oh, Jimmy.
But
I heard what you meant. I laughed inside.
the reason I brought all those up is because that's what I think that's true. That somebody that's just another way of nature. You know, when a woman has a baby, it grows to adulthood and fucking shoots her in the face.
And it kills her, yeah.
It's just a biological thing.
Yeah, it's like a disease.
Yeah.
You grew this fucking disease inside you.
Mm-hmm.
It left for a little while.
Yep.
And then comes back and kills you.
Yeah, I always feel like there's
Good
something
defense, I think.
You're sort of die when you're supposed, like whenever I remember when the first Gulf War, when we sent a bunch of guys over there and they started dying, having freak accidents. There was like literally almost a million, a million soldiers there, and they were the safest people on the planet Earth. Because there no crime can happen to them. They can't. They're like they're crazily. So if you take that many people and statistically don't allow them to die, then statistics has to kill them with like refrigerators falling on them and shit. Because it's the Earth going like, well, look, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna have to kill him. Like he's gonna get electrocuted in the shower.
Wow, that's
or just bizarre deaths because they gotta go.
It's like some kind of a fate thing.
Yeah, because you can't take
to.
a million people and just hermetically seal them away from death. Death's gonna get to them.
Yeah. Look at this guy hitting this gentleman with a hammer.
Oh, there's a guy there with a little kid. That's why he ran away. He was sitting there with a little kid.
You know, that's...
Why did he hit him with the hammer? Do we know anything?
He thought he was a nail.
Let me say hi to Troy.
A little more than that?
Can I go to Wisconsin, please? Can I for a moment go to Wisconsin?
What is Wisconsin?
Please, Troy.
Wisconsin. On to Wisconsin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Are you a cheesehead?
I'm a cheesehead. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I was going to say, fucking Anthony about made me crash my car.
What was
it?
When he was talking about the ants and the aphids, and he said, do they fuck the aphids? I was just imagining, like, kids, like, in school learn about insects, and they learn about aphids, and some kid raises his hand and goes, do they fuck the aphids?
You gave that way more than it deserved.
Exactly. Left at my nail joke a little more than that.
I'd be happy to give you a fucking train ticket in Philly.
That guy's crazy.
Carmine, Rockland, what's up?
Hey, guys. I was wondering if Professor Anthony knew about the Large Hadron Collider being turned on tomorrow and the possibility of black holes being made and eating up the Earth.
Ooh, that's the big collider that Dr. Kaku was talking about.
What's he saying? Oh.
They're turning it on tomorrow, and it could just turn the whole fucking planet into a big black hole and just suck everything in and end our universe as we know it.
How great would that
What
be?
collider?
How cool would that be?
Wait, so there's a possibility of this, and they're allowing him to turn it on?
Turn on the switch.
Shut the fuck up.
Flip the switch.
So there's a possibility, and they're still saying, yeah, go ahead. Turn it on tomorrow.
Where is the collider, Carmine?
It's in Switzerland. It's like on the border between Switzerland and France, and they're saying that if it does occur, it would take 50 months between the time that these small black holes appear and the time that they're large enough to swallow the Earth. And if you do the math, 50 months from now brings us to about November of 2012. And as I'm sure you're well aware, Professor Anthony, about the Mayan prophecies about the end of the world.
No, I'm not too aware of the Mayan prophecies at the end of the world.
What exactly? How does this
I
thing
was all
work?
for the Spaniards.
I was more into Notre
that fucking sissy.
Nacho cheese Adamus. What?
I was going
Nacho Libre.
Notre Damus. What the fuck?
If we look into his seventh quatrain,
Right,
I hate the quatrains.
Oh, God.
I saw that documentary and it was narrated by Orson Welles. And he one of the biggest hams on the face of the earth. And it was like, we read the 27th quatrain.
Oh, God.
Hister comes to power. One letter off from Hitler. Is it?
Can we get?
That's amazing.
How do they know?
And you're very entertaining, but before we move on, can we give us some info so we can sleep tonight? Is this fucking thing going to
it's certain to kill us all. That's all I have.
Why are they allowing this thing to be turned on?
It's a giant collider.
It would take like 4 years for us to even know that these black holes
I think they'll know right away.
So why are they giving the okay?
When is
why
it supposed
won't
to be
anyone
turned
answer
on?
me?
Tomorrow.
Just in case.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wait. What is the collider doing with atoms?
It's testing the Big Bang Theory.
They take
Scientists that guys, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
they take an atomic particle and fire it just about at the speed of light. This thing smacks into something. And then they look at it.
What does it hit?
It hits a particle that's not supposed to be split in half. Like
Right,
so small,
right.
nobody's ever split it. So they're splitting subatomic particles. Or
Yeah.
something like
How do you know if it's split? Yeah, there's two of
Because
them
you
now.
what you do is
Who
you
the
look
fuck
at
knows?
you look at it. You like close one eye and you kind of screw your face
you
up like
squint.
Popeye. You kind of squint at it.
How do you not miss? They're so small. Who has that kind of aim? Well, you can hit a fucking subatomic particle. I can't hit the toilet without fucking pissing on the seat.
It is amazing when you think about it.
As humans, we take way too much for granted. Just stop. We don't need to know what this
They
does.
thought the same thing was going to happen when they set off the atom bomb. They thought the chain
fine.
reaction was going to take all the atomic particles in the atmosphere and set them on fire and start a big reaction. And they honestly didn't really know until they did it. But since a huge war was going on, they figured, fuck it.
When I was growing
Give it a shot.
When
Give it a
I
shot.
was growing up and we did the moon landing thing and they brought stuff back, I'm like, why
Because
are
we
you
should.
bringing stuff back from the moon and assuming it's not going to kill
Did
us?
you see the Andromeda strain?
Right. Well, this was before that, though.
Yes.
You're like, what are you doing? Don't
Yeah.
assume this shit's going to be okay on Earth.
And does
I'm sure
insurance
it'll be
cover it
fine.
if they fire it and miss and it goes through the hood of your car, rendering it
fine?
inoperable?
I was in when I was in England just now. I went to also France and Italy, and everybody in Europe, when you buy eggs at the supermarket, they're just on a shelf next to the cereal. They're just dry goods. They're not in the fridge. It's like an entire multicultural content of people that are going, yeah, maybe you get sick, but fuck it.
It's not like fucking
What's the big deal?
refrigerated? What?
No eggs are refrigerated anywhere in Europe.
Well, I
And
shan't
they're
be
just
having
going,
any eggs.
but they have to know it's at least a chance you get. But what? Getting sick isn't so bad.
Just assuming. Once again, just assuming.
Stupid.
Assuming
That's what's
it'll
going to be
fine.
the end of us. Is we're going to assume something that We shouldn't have assumed.
And you know what that happens when you assume? Your cock sometimes is caught in your zipper, and then there's blood on your white slacks, and you have to explain that.
To your fucking stupid wife.
And to the people who buy ice cream out of your truck.
I don't know.
Why else did you wear white slacks?
Is Ted the scientist here to talk about this collider? Because I want to be able to sleep at night, and Ted is an expert on this science thing, and maybe he's got some info on this.
I had to take my collider fire to the shop. It was broken.
Ted's collider shop.
Yes. Hey, Pork Soda makes a great point. So they're going to allow this machine to operate, but you guys can't tell Oriental jokes. What the fuck?
Well,
I don't know, man. That's scary shit. That science stuff scares me.
well, that's because it's in Switzerland, right? They can do whatever they want in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're neutral about everything. They're shit.
They can destroy the whole universe if they want. Is that
Fine.
what kind of freedom they
Yeah,
have?
because they got all the banks.
My nose is
We don't want to
greasy.
mess with them.
Your nose is what?
Fucking greasy.
Oh. Is it from the saline?
You ever smell nose grease?
From the outside of your nose? Like just
the
nose?
outside. No, from between your nose meets your face. Love that greasy
Any
area.
kind of crease on a body is just a disgusting place for buildup.
Oils.
That's why I like
grease, it's oils.
when they show aliens on TV shows and movies, like a Klingon on a new Klingon on like Next Generation, Star Trek, or anything like that. You look at their face, and they always put like these big ridges and folds. It's like, how do they wash their
They
face?
have all kinds of cheese in
Like
there.
a big fucking Q-tips, and they got to go in every fold, and there's like 10 of them running ridges down their head.
Yeah,
It's like,
no.
how do you wash that?
Every Klingon would have like he'd be like fat guys have towels around their necks.
Oh, yeah,
Which just dabbing at his own.
And he'd stink.
Fuck.
It would just stink
Oh,
of
yeah.
head cheese.
Yeah.
Why aren't you worried about the collider being
Everything will be fine. Opie's not going to sleep now.
No.
He is just going to fucking obsess on this collider.
I'll get some info from us and feedback.
Why don't we call Dr. Kaku today?
Yeah, get him on the
Why don't we get him on the phone?
Hey, fellas, no, the possibility for global annihilation isn't possible due to the pesky collider. There's a smaller version of that machine in the Chicago area right now.
Yeah, smaller version.
And then someone else is saying, don't worry about the collider. What's really going to kill us, this is from Men Butts from Mantown. He writes, is the Higgs boson, which is usually referred to as the God particle. What's the God particle about?
Isn't that when you can get unlimited ammo and lives? Video game joke.
Yeah.
The God particle is the only elementary particle that has never been observed by science.
Elementary.
But what exactly?
So it's
So
not.
it must be going to end the Earth.
It's theoretical
we
then.
can't see it.
Then it's
Yeah.
theoretical because no one's seen it, right? Mm-hmm. It's just it exists in
it
theory.
just means they don't have the math right. Something's wobbling and it doesn't
Yeah, and
add
they
up.
don't- yeah.
So there must be something around.
There's got to be something near it.
It's like the invisible planets.
Yeah.
They just know they're there because shit's
Dark
wobbling.
matter.
Yeah, because kind of gravity pulls
Yeah.
it and.
We got the...
What this is saying is that it's actually possible that the experiment will create subatomic black holes that will last a tiny fraction of a second before collapsing. But the likelihood of these black holes becoming the more well-known kind of black hole is nearly non-existent. So
How about-
Nearly.
you have nothing to worry about.
I mean non-existent.
Nothing to fear here. Nothing to fear.
I'm not...
Just when you see the flash and the blast, run into the mushroom cloud.
Duck and
Thank
cover.
you.
Duck and cover. Good boy, Johnny.
I'm not a fan of the word nearly. I want... not.
And people worry about their hair falling out after a nuclear blast. Don't worry, it'll grow right back in. Same color, same cowlick. They actually was saying that on this movie called Atomic Cafe. It's really cool. It's a documentary on all the propaganda films during the atomic testing and everything. Bikini Island, the natives here are wonderful, and they love atom bombs.
I have a book that somebody gave me that I had never read, and it's about these guys that went to Alaska after the bomb was set off. There was this big movement in the federal government to use A-bombs in order to fuel the making of them economically.
Yeah.
To use them for construction and for civil engineering.
There you go.
So they went to Alaska first because there was not much power there. And so there was this plan to make a new port in Alaska, a new bay, by lighting off 20 atom bombs in one day.
Yeah.
You just explained a
I'm
lot.
not sure what's going on.
We're listening to what you're saying
Yeah.
about the atomic bomb in Alaska and radiation, and a lot's making sense. That's
And
all.
what could happen?
So what happened?
So
a lot of Pete Rose haircuts.
They got approval to do it, and now everybody knows that if they'd done it, it would have destroyed North America.
Really?
So these guys were going to do it.
They got approval.
And like 3 Eskimos fought like crazy and went into Washington and
I
stopped.
bet. Boy, that would have made quite a mess.
Yep.
You ever see those those islands that they just, those small little islands, atolls that they blew up, where it was a little island and people would live on it, like Bikini Island.
Right.
They took all these people and relocated them to some other
airlifted
fucking
them
island.
somewhere, yeah.
They just threw them somewhere else.
Just put
set
them in
off a
a
bomb.
C-130 and took them to
fucking next island
Tampa.
over, which doesn't, might not have food on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They just throw them there. We then just adopt the clothing also and call it a bikini, so we stole
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
And then blew up their fucking island, where it left a lagoon. It was a small crescent shape of land where the island used to be, and just this huge lagoon in the middle of it. And it's like, okay, our work is done here.
Awesome.
We were hysterical back then.
Yes, we were.
Oh, just a barrel of laughs.
I gotta go to Matt in Maine.
What does Matt want?
Matt.
Matt.
Hey, you whore, you're
Yellow.
on the air. Let's go.
I just wanted to make you feel better, Opie.
Mm-hmm.
When scientists invented the steam train, they said if you went faster than the horse, your skin would fall off. And that's just insane. They don't even worry about it.
That's what happens, though.
Yeah, but one time...
No, it doesn't.
They
Yes,
did
it does.
say
Every time you go faster than a horse, your skin falls off.
Really?
That's how they
Yes.
circumcise a baby. They put him in a spacesuit with his cock sticking out.
And drive him down the street in a Datsun going 30.
There was a quote from somebody that said that if man attains a speed above 30 miles an hour, he will surely perish.
Surely.
She will surely perish. And it was because of the train. Like they were worried that when people go too fast, they will just die.
Why do we always assume that quotes like that from back then were from scientists and doctors?
I know.
They had retards back then.
If you go that fast, they will perish.
I don't want to die on the choo-choo. Hey, we'll call it a choo-choo.
Oh, exactly.
It was
But they're
named
just
by
eating at
someone.
the time.
Some retard named it choo-choo.
No,
How
they
good-
said, "What are you doing with those fucking pennies and copper wire?"
Choo-choo.
How good is this
Try
fucking
chewing the
granola
cow catcher,
and
dummy.
yogurt and fucking fruit? How good is this? It's amazing.
Where's Steve?
Oh, actually, Kaku, or is that we're going to be all right with Collider?
What
Kaku.
the fuck did you just say?
Dr. Kaku.
Said we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When?
Well, he said.
I said on MSNBC because I want other people to
I wanna
be
try
able
to get him on
sleep
the
tonight. Hey, the parasite thing we were talking about, here's the audio.
Ooh.
With this parasite. You brought this
Is
up?
this the one that treats the ants like little
Like little
ATVs
cars,
or
yeah.
something?
I learned something new today.
This bullet ant is in its death throes.
They're nasty ants,
Spores
too.
from a parasitic fungus have infiltrated its body and mind.
Mind. That's a mind.
Creepy.
Its infected brain directs the ant upward. It's so disoriented, it clings to the stem with its mandibles. When the sick are discovered,
It's like Drunk Danny.
workers carry them far from the colony and leave them
Or
to
me.
die. Why? Watch the head.
Yeah.
Like something out of science fiction, a parasite begins to grow from the ant.
This is loud.
After 3 weeks, deadly spores will burst from the alien. Any ant nearby risks infection.
Oh, wow.
And the same fate.
Those ants know to get him out of there.
Yeah.
He's got ant AIDS, yeah.
Just ant AIDS.
Because he's bumbling around the fucking nest. He's like, what the
He's acting all
It's like,
weird.
oh my God, he's got the brain fungus.
Look at the queen. That bitch got nice titties. Like, all right, get him out. Get him out.
Get him out.
Got the parasite. It's talking shit. I I'm gonna go take a walk to where the spores are. You're like, no, that's not him talking. He would never walk where the spores are.
It's true. He must act like silly for an ant.
Yeah.
He must act goofy.
He's like, I ain't carrying shit, motherfucker. I got brain to feed on. So like, that's not. Why would he eat his own brain?
It's crazy.
Get him out.
Ted's not acting right.
I ain't gonna carry no motherfucking cricket leg.
I don't want to be with other ants. I want to be with spores. All right, Ted's got to
Ted
go.
the ant.
Ted the ant.
Ted the parasitically infected ant.
He's got to go. He's spinning in a circle being an ass. He's giving away our position.
The fungus is so virulent, it can wipe out whole colonies of ants. And not just ants.
People!
There are thousands of types of these parasites.
Ripley!
Each specializes in just one species. These attacks have their upside. The parasitic fungi keep any group of insects from becoming too powerful.
They're zombie ants, man.
Yeah.
They're zombies.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Bullet ants are fucking nasty insects.
And how hot is that voice of Sigourney Weaver?
3 bullet ants can kill a
Solid.
football
You
team.
like Sigourney's voice?
Yeah, I'd jerk off to that.
Fuck her face all day.
The best
I like Newt.
What?
Newt was a cock tease. Newt! Enough about Newt!
You know what I like about
He
those?
comes in my room at night, mostly.
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 You know what I like about those clips? There's a new age faggot out there going, "Wow, they finally used my music for something."
Yes.
Oh, Christ, really?
Used it. My symphony.
Everyone's trying to be Mozart out there.
Speaking of brains and people acting silly, I don't know if I brought this up last time about Ted Kennedy's brain surgery.
Oh my God!
Did you hear about that? How it actually went? Because I listened to it on NPR. They described that they opened his head, and he's awake. Mm-hmm. His head's open, and the way that they do brain surgery, when they remove tissue from brain, they can't tell tumor from brain. Ooh. So what they have to do is they use these little stimulators, and they try to shut down your brain centers to see if that's where they are. So what they do is they ask him, Senator, please say this sentence, and then he starts to go, okay, like this. Do you want me to? And then they touch a place, and if he goes, then they know not to cut that part out.
Holy shit!
And they have they show him a square and say, what shape is this? And if he goes, it's a dog, then they know.
Don't fuck with that.
So somebody got to watch this bald, shave-headed Ted Kennedy of all people, with his head open, going, yeah, lady. Okay, don't cut that part.
That is fucked.
An insane day.
How you have to be awake during that shit.
Yeah, but also, how as a surgeon do you keep a steady hand and not just laugh at Ted Kennedy? Okay, and I happen to be serious. Oh, that's clearly the speech center. We must cut that
As
out.
Ted Kennedy, how do you fucking function when you hear, and you know that's sawing your fucking skull open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, is that my, okay, I'll try to
You're going to feel a little pressure.
You're gonna...
They just take a fucking circular saw to your head.
And then when you're talking...
And you smell the burning
Yes.
skull.
Of course.
Like you're getting a root canal or something?
Yes. Such as.
Dude, when he went on that stage at the convention and turned to the side, how creepy was that to see, just missing hair on the side? And
Oh, the old dying Ted.
they say he's going to be back.
No.
Is he really?
He's gonna be
From the
working-
dead?
He's
What?
going to be working from home
Zombie
until
Ted.
January. Maybe he's going to be back down there.
Well,
Yeah.
I love Ted Kennedy. Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I like his socialized medicine thing that he likes, just like Canada, where everyone has health care and stuff, yet he runs off to the best fucking doctors with all of his fucking Kennedy money. Why not? What if he had to fucking wait in line or get a socialized medicine like the shit him and fucking that cunt Hillary and every other Obama and everybody wants to have for the country? Sorry, Ted. We can't fucking really fit you in, or we can't swing the money for the fucking probes on your brain, so we're just gonna make you look like Charlton Heston's buddy in Planet of the Apes.
You cut him up!
His
You
brain!
animal!
You bloody baboon!
You cut him up! You!
Oh, fuck. Oh, what do you got there? A little.
Well, Danny's keeping track. This is the second worst break today.
Oh, right.
Louis brought up the Ted Kennedy thing last time he was in.
Did he?
I did.
We've been doing it, though, all day,
What
apparently.
a hack.
We've just been doing old bits.
The only reason I bring it up.
The only reason
I bring it up.
I heard you.
Oh, okay, you heard.
You did a bit like word for word without knowing it.
Right. That's
Well,
brilliant.
once you blaze a certain trail in your synopses, you'll do it again.
How good is it, women? Opie, it's like eating an asshole.
Well, if you put yogurt and granola in it.
Fruit and granola.
Fucking granola. Who wants the rest of this granola? It's wonderful.
I don't like the way granola sounds. Just the name of it. It's granola.
But you don't mind cunt?
I'll eat the shit out of that. I'll eat cunt,
You'll pack
ass,
shit into it,
whatever. Just not granola. What if her name's granola and she's hot?
Yeah.
What a fucking quandary.
When I want head, I'll say to a girl, hey, you want your slobber on my pud?
I haven't heard pud in quite some time. That's an old junior high word. My pud.
Oh my God!
What'd you get? Like fruit and everything with that?
That was amazing.
Like shit. Yeah. That's like I'd be full for the whole fucking night.
Well,
Are you going to eat later or what?
I'll eat later on. Sure, you bet.
I eat once a day, maybe.
You're a little bunny rabbit.
Sometimes I don't.
Oh, Ric
Sometimes I can't be bothered.
Right, Ric Flair.
Stupid cantaloupe in the morning.
So you want to know what happened to Ric Flair?
Oh, he was beat up. Did you hear? By
that's where we
his
started
daughter
this.
and his daughter's boyfriend.
So Sam, what happened?
Oh, Sam swaggered out
a long time ago.
Watch him. He almost walks like a Jeff Goldblum at the end of Independence Day.
With a cigar and everything?
A swagger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were just...
What, like a Jew?
Wow. Whose panties are that?
Oh, that's a Sigourney
Sigourney at the end of...
For
She really
anybody who
has
wants
no
it.
ass. It's the worst ass shot ever.
Yes.
She's got these 70s panties on.
She's like a G.I. Joe
Looks
bent
like
over.
It's just like a Gumby figure.
Yeah, Gumby ass. She really does. Where's Newt?
No, I didn't know she was Asian. See, we could do that over here.
Ah!
Newt had a fat ass.
Yeah, of course. She fucking gave great head.
Yeah. Newt! Newt was fucking showing her ass to the alien.
She survived with no training, all by herself. Why don't you put her in charge?
My character's overdone.
It's always this way. The tornado's coming this way. It's already here.
This is all I do. I have lots of wives.
What are we supposed to do? We're doomed. Over the fucking top.
Who's that? Bill Paxton.
Paxton.
Bill Paxton, of course.
Oh, we've done this already too. but it's always fun to revisit Bill Paxton.
But better. That Bush, look at that guy. Ugh.
Oh, I thought it was another Sigourney picture. I actually looked at Newt up there and said, no way.
How old is that little bitch now?
Dirty little Newt. She actually was part of some, I think it was like I Love the fucking 70s or some shit. Or some documentary on Alien.
Yeah.
And they had her on. She looks hideous. She's fat now. Newt got fat. And she hasn't done anything since.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she's done stuff.
No, she's.
No, that's it. I think this was
I'm
her
sure
only film.
she's gone in the mall.
What'd she do?
Yeah, this was the Aliens was her only credit.
No, she's done nothing. She just sits down.
I'm sure she's eaten and had a few shits over the
She
years.
sits and plays with a
done
doll's
stuff.
head.
Ric Flair gets in a fight with his daughter, so should we don't even need you, because the audio explains it.
Oh, Sam.
No, he's probably right.
You're being dismissed.
You've been replaced by...
Summarily
by
dismissed.
CDs.
I gave you the CD.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Someday the CD will replace the idiot. Sing. Future.
All right, stick around just in case you could add anything to this. Do we even care? Is this...
Ric Flair has wowed crowds of fans for years, but it's what recently happened to the former wrestler that's gotten the attention of Chapel Hill police. Neighbors called for help when they heard an early morning commotion in the parking lot of this apartment complex. When police arrived, Flair was unlike the pro they'd seen in the ring, bloodied and bruised after an apparent fight with his daughter and her boyfriend. A wrestling fan wanting to remain anonymous says he recognized Flair inside a
Why?
convenience store after the brawl.
I want to remain anonymous because this is really stupid.
Look, I got some info, but
I'm a wrestling fan. But please don't say my name.
It's Joe Biden or somebody who's like, I don't want to get mixed up in this
scandal.
Yeah. But I do want to report it because it's so interesting.
Well, wrestling fan, Osama bin Laden. He didn't want to give himself up, but he's a big wrestling fan. He was in that parking lot.
Couldn't help it.
Trying to get a picture of Ric Flair.
Woo! Woo! That's how he cries when his daughter beats him up. Ugh.
There's the joke.
They're inside a convenience store after the brawl.
He was definitely beat up. I mean, his eye was completely swollen shut. There was blood everywhere, just cuts and bruises all over his face. The entire side of his face was like raw hamburger almost.
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 Like,
So it was, what was it
70% of the way there to raw hamburger?
I think it was like, then it's like Salisbury steak. It's like almost chopped meat.
It was more like a well-done turkey burger than raw. We got it.
Flair wasn't the only one to take a hit during the alleged fight. His daughter Ashley was tased after allegedly kicking an officer and now faces criminal charges for resisting arrest. When we stopped by her home, Flair's boyfriend answered the door, quickly dismissing claims there was a problem.
Just a family misunderstanding?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Have you talked to her dad since then?
Yeah, everything's fine.
We're told Flair was treated for his injuries at a local hospital. His daughter will be in court in October.
He should have brought this to the wrestling ring, and he wouldn't have had to retire,
That's
man.
right. This would have
Great
been some shit we
storyline.
would have watched.
Isn't he the Nature Boy?
Yes!
Yeah.
I got to see Alan Alda tonight. Watch him blow me off.
Who?
Alan Alda. Boy, will I be dropping your name immediately. Hi, I'm Lisa Kane.
Oh, no.
I'll be nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's up, Alan?
He eats at that restaurant at the top of the hill, Jimmy. That's where you can find him.
That worked with me, with Dennis Leary, when I mentioned Adam's name.
Yeah.
Blew me off.
Am I drinking your
Oh, really?
fucking water?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Is this your water?
Fucking Leary.
Is this your water?
Fucking talentless cunt. Hate him.
Wow, you're not
Sorry.
a big Dennis Leary
No,
fan?
Wait, what's this about? we
No,
can make a
never
headline
mind.
today.
Never mind. I might want to be in Rescue Me.
Let's make a little Google alert
I don't know where
today.
that came from.
Let's go for a Google alert. It's our new bit. Let's go for the Google alert. Why do you hate Dennis Leary?
You guys ever fight?
What?
Did you ever have an argument?
No,
with him?
it's just funny because last time I saw him, we had a nice conversation.
Oh.
I'm always nice to him in public. Stole a bit from me years ago. That's
Oh,
all.
did he?
Yeah, that's all.
That's a biggie, though, Louis. What
Yeah.
bit? Because I used to listen to the early Dennis Leary stuff, and I thought he was a genius. And now I have to think you're the genius.
Well,
What bit was it?
oh, geez.
Was it off his first album?
I don't know. I never heard his album.
Oh, please. Of course you have.
Couldn't be
I
bothered.
haven't?
Fucking Jimmy. I was going to say.
Like you would take me to task.
Oh, God.
Bullshit, you like it.
I was going to say, of course you have. That's where you got your
God,
act
it's weird.
from.
I've never said anything about it, and I don't know why that just made me. Because you know why? Because he was shitty to you. That makes me mad.
He did. He fucking totally was a douche.
I don't care that he skates and has whatever, but the fact that he was a douche to you just.
We've settled. We've since settled it.
First time I've said anything about him.
He's a
because
friend of the show.
It was up in Boston. I was there with my friend Adam Ferrara, who was in The Job, the show The Job with him. And Adam was like, yeah, I'll take you up and meet Dennis. So I go upstairs. We're hanging out, all my friends, everybody's hanging around. The bar's kind of full. Dennis is up there getting a drink. I decide not to wait for Adam. I can do this myself. I'll walk up to Dennis Leary, say, hey, Dennis, I'm a friend of Adam Ferrara, shake his hand, and start talking. And that'll be that. So I walk up to the bar. I go, hi, Dennis. I'm a friend of Adam Ferrara. Name's Anthony. He goes, doesn't even look at me. He goes, how you doing? And then turns his back to me. He wasn't talking to anybody. He wasn't busy. He just went, how you doing? Turned his back to me. And I was just like, so I walk away slowly. And it was so bad that all my friends and everybody, workers, everybody,
we were uncomfortable.
Couldn't even laugh at me for it.
Oh, no,
I
that's
looked,
bad.
I got a quick enough look to see them turn away and not look at me.
That's bad.
Were you embarrassed?
Dude. And forgot the part where Dennis Leary actually kind of did the backwards handshake without looking at him like,
He just goes, how you doing?
And reaches out his hand like,
And I was like, and all I was thinking is, I should have waited for Adam.
But you felt stupid?
Dude! So stupid. I felt like such a douche, and everyone was embarrassed for me, which hurt even more.
I'm so happy that happened.
All right, well,
I knew you'd wait. We can't let Louis off the hook here.
Let me tell you what happened. I'll tell you. I have to tell you everything for it to be fair.
Uh-oh.
Because when I was a young fella starting in Boston, I guess I was like 19 or 20. 19.
and I was doing my signature bit. The bit I closed with was a bit about if you were an asshole and you knew it, and how cool it would be to just say, I'm an asshole, and just let yourself have that life, that your life would be better. Like you're driving, you go, hey, should I cut that guy off? Yeah, I'm an asshole. Why not? You know, park in a handicapped space, only an asshole would do that. Fuck it, I'll do it. I'm an asshole. That's me. And he said they should have like a picture of an asshole instead of a wheelchair and just make those the asshole spaces and the whole bit. Anyway, so one night doing a show at a place called Play It Again Sam's in Boston. And Dennis is the host of the show. He was a huge star in Boston at the time and on the comedy circuit. And he went on after me. He was always nice to me, by the way. Put me on the shows when I wasn't on them.
Should be.
Gave me guest spots. And then that night he went on after me after I'd done the asshole bit and like went, that's really funny, and like remarked on it. And expounded on it, like, yeah, like I'll do this because I'm an asshole, and I'll do that because I'm an asshole. Like he just started.
He actually started riffing
on my bit, but acknowledging that he just watched me do it. Which is I think is okay. And then like I don't know, a month later or something, I'm downstairs at Sam's. I just walk in and he's just doing the bit. He just started doing it. And I was young and just started out, and I was like, well, he's huge.
Wow, I'm flattered.
What do I do? Well, and I remember thinking to myself, well, it's weird that he would steal. It's too bad that he has to. I'm tired of the bit myself. I felt like I'd outgrown it, and so I just thought, I think I just let it go, and I did. And, so then it became what I think you're about to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
people in handicapped spaces and handicapped...
Yeah, get that line, too. But you do realize...
Hi, Louie.
The song's made a huge amount of money, too.
Yeah, he more than stole a bit from you.
Yeah, he made it a number one single.
That's his signature fucking, thing.
So, yeah...
That was a video on MTV.
Yeah, I know.
That's how big that bit was for him.
I know.
It wasn't like a throwaway little bit you did.
No,
this was like... This is what he's known for.
Yeah, it was a career-making bit.
He still sings this song every time he performs.
Well, as a matter of fact, the last time during 2 years ago at the New York Comedy Festival,
he closed with this.
He was, and I was on the show.
Actually,
I think he did it and then brought me on. And I just don't. I don't identify with it anymore. And the other thing, the pieces that are important to tell, is that years later I'm living in New York City. I run into Dennis on the set of a movie he's doing, and he says, God, you're always so funny. What are you doing with yourself? And at the time I was trying to finance an independent feature I was making, and he gave me several $1,000s and helped me find it. He just basically gave me money.
That was guilt money.
Yeah, which I never really even thought of that, but I guess that's true. And I mean, he gave, and so he invested in it. And when I run into Dennis, we say hi to each other. And
was he counting out the money going...
and then when I did his show on Avery Fisher Hall, and he played this song and brought me on, and I remember thinking, that's silly. That's a silly moment in my life. But I just don't. I don't know. It's weird. I don't. I've never said anything. And it's just funny because this other poor fucking idiot has been accused for 3 years now of stealing shit from me, and I've never said a word about that because I'm ambivalent about it. But this is a guy who I completely watched steal my bit and make money off of it, and I've never done a fucking thing.
You know what the funny thing is, though? There's another story you told, too, where Louis walked in one of Dangerfields, remember that? And fucking Roddy was there, and he goes, how you doing? And you're like, I don't think I get no respect. And Roddy went,
Yeah, I understand how you feel, huh? You know.
I mean, I've always had kind of a perspective about people that steal material that I feel like they're... I don't know. It feels like what they do to themselves is probably a lot worse than anything. I mean, what am I going to do about it? I just kind of continue living my life, making more things. But that is, the Dennis thing is a weird one. And I guess since he gave me money for my movie and he was always generally kind to me, I always felt like, well, I'd be a hypocrite to say something about it.
Well,
and for some reason, when I heard Anthony say that he was rude, that he's rude to you, it
was rude to me the first time.
Lit me off, made me mad.
But then we've had him on the show many, many times, and
right. So
he does your bits very well.
And he
but Louis is a fucking shocking
employs
guy.
my buddy. So
been a shocking guy since he was a little kid. Like when you said you were a little kid.
Yeah.
And he told me this. He was a boy. He would always curse.
Well, what do you say?
Like they went one time to see George Carlin, and they introduced him to young Louis, and Louis was trying to be shocking, and he was like, "Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cock, suck, motherfucker."
He goes, how many words are that? 7?
7.
Was that 7 curses you just
and
laid out?
he lied, and they said, "Where'd you hear that?" He went, "On television."
That's impossible.
It's like I'm like the Forrest Gump of
yes, comedy.
Yes.
Louis, it continues today. Stephen S. from Bay Shore writes, this just in, Dennis's ex-wife let his dog out and got hit by a car, so he's continuing
Jesus
to,
Christ.
holy shit, Stephen S. Are you
Not
crazy?
Oh, my goodness.
He cried over that dog.
And I just get, let's all suck Louis' dick.
Oh, really?
I'm all for that.
Let's,
Really? Everybody's mad
Let's
at
do
me?
it. I still owe him from Lucky
Yeah,
Louis.
so let's get
I'd be
going.
happy to suck.
Yeah.
I guess,
God, that sounded
that was
gay.
from Dennis L. I'm sorry.
Oh.
He's a little,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a big
Like the
story right
criticism.
there.
Well,
That's a Google alert right there for yourself.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like
The comedy bloggers are going to run with that one, my friend.
sir, I don't like it.
Don't like being associated with that kind of shit, even from a.
Why would you be? I mean, you fucking had that incident. Remember that time you said you were driving with a moose on the fender and there was a problem?
Fucking Woody Allen. What's wrong with you? So obscure, I have
But
to
it was
say
an
where it
elk,
comes
actually.
from.
It wasn't a.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moose. It was an elk.
The moose bit. Why is the moose bit so brilliant in comedy circles?
Because it was
I
done
shot a moose
in
once,
the 60s.
and then I fucked my daughter.
Yes. She looked like the girl running with Agent Orange on her. And Louis, because Woody Allen is, I think he's the greatest joke writer ever. There's never been a guy who wrote fucking.
Yeah,
the
it's
bits
good.
were so involved, and they always
Yeah.
paid off, and they were done in the early 60s, and they're still,
Very
by
funny.
and large, original ideas. It's amazing how fucking great he was. It's
Still
annoying.
alive. Way
What's
you make
that?
it sound. It's amazing how great he was. God rest
before
his
he
doesn't do stand-up
pedophile
anymore.
soul.
Why wouldn't a guy like that, like for a goof, go out and start doing stand-up
I think he was
again?
afraid of doing it. He said it was always made
Oh,
him
he was one of
nauseous.
the guys that got scared?
Yeah, but the idea of fucking
scared.
I shot a moose and then where he took it. The
was
fucking
great.
moose in the Solomons.
Oh, so good.
I'm driving with 2 Jewish people on my fender. It's like annoying how good it is.
No.
He's just a funny dude. What did he do for Diane Keaton recently? It was like last year or 2 years ago. They quoted him in the paper. At a roast or some tribute to her. He was roasting her a little bit. And he said she's really, what did he say? She's really attractive, but not in the classical sense. And by classical sense, I mean visually appealing. It's just funny. It was something along those lines. But he's
I love
just
it.
fucking a funny bastard.
He is funny as hell.
Yeah.
Ugh, it makes me sick. I'm talking about my dick and my dumb erections, and he's just
that's-
just the best.
Have we been in,
That amazes me that doesn't bother you that much. I don't know why.
I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
because that's a biggie.
Yeah.
have we been
I
in,
think it's because I'm a guilty person. I
I'll
feel a
try
lot of
again.
guilt myself.
Third time, maybe.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm
Go ahead.
kidding. I was
No, you go right
I was
ahead. It's
actually
your show.
distracted by the TV. So,
Saw it on the TV.
I wanted to know how long we had been in Iraq and Afghanistan. I think it's 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
6 years. In 6 years, they've sent troops, more troops. We are a couple of months away from the election.
Yes.
And now, George Bush says 8,000 troops are being called home. That he's starting to pull some troops out. Does anyone see through that at all?
No.
Is anyone, suspect as to why now?
No.
Not Ted Voter.
It's time to do. Are there people that actually go,
No.
well, that's great. See, it's
You see
what a calculated fucking using people's lives shit move.
They're going to Afghanistan.
What?
They're going to go to
No,
Afghanistan.
of course not. They're coming home.
know why? Because they're going to get Bin Laden before the election.
But that is also Obama's
Next week.
platform was
Next
not
Tuesday.
enough
Why
was done in
people don't-
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I remember, Mark Maron, comedian.
I hate him.
We
All right.
don't like Mark Maron.
All right. Well, he said
whatsoever.
something. He said something.
Mark's a douche.
Yeah, I used to wear glasses and have longer hair.
Right. You did?
Then he took it.
Wait, let it be known because this
I'm
show.
gonna fight him.
This show.
Fuck him up, fight him. I'm going to open his hole like this.
I'm gonna make his mother wish.
I'm going to make
She
Air
never had
America
him.
wish they never hired
He
him.
does our show regularly. We do
like
like
Mark
the guy.
Mark said something really
It's Mike
smart
Birbiglia
once.
we hate, right?
Oh,
What?
Birbiglia.
No, we like Mike. too.
Bersmalia. What?
Bert Small.
It's not his name.
Marin said once that he was watching the news and he saw a woman on the street, retard, saying, well, I know that they got bin Laden already and they're waiting until the election to tell everybody. So that's good because that way he'll win the election. That's most people think they are doing that, but they think it's a good thing. Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's a good idea because then he'll win.
Yeah, then he'll win. Yeah. It's like that's not the game you're supposed to play to win.
Following what Anthony was saying, you notice the gas prices slowly making their way down?
Gas prices are going down. It's.
By the way, you know what?
Because he said drilling.
You know why offshore drilling brings down gas prices? Because the fucking oil company is saying if you let us drill, we'll drop the prices, which we could have done
anyway,
anytime
but
we
just
wanted
let
to.
us drill.
It's so weird to me that people act like these guys. George Oil Bush acts like oil prices are like the weather. Like it's just weird. What can we do? Fucking turn the dial down that's on your wall in your house.
The price dials.
Fucking go take out your BlackBerry and tap a text to the person that does the price.
And lower it.
Lower it, and then it'll happen, you fucking criminal cunt. You fucking scourge of the earth, faggot, Bush.
I don't think his legacy is going to be very good as president. Really?
I think he'll be remembered as a man who liberated the peaceful people of Iraq, as well as unseat the Taliban in Afghanistan.
For a minute.
What's with the accent there, Jimmy?
I only on those words.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a news
Taliban.
Afghanistan. You're NPR-ish. We got Dan in Iowa. Dan, how are you?
Hey, Dan.
I know, but
Hey guys, what's going on?
it's in the contract. We need one Dan caller a day.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan.
I just read on the internet this morning, Dennis Leary's got a new TV show called Lucky Leary coming out.
Oh my goodness. That fellow has got to stop.
Lucky Leary.
Lucky Leary.
I mean, enough already.
That's funny. And you know what a whore I am? I'd do it. I'd step over Lou's cardiac arrest having body and to go to the set.
Sure.
My gas comment was poorly timed. Blue Heeler in Kentucky. Wrong. Gas prices just went up 25 cents today.
25 cents.
I picked the wrong day
overall.
to come up with one of 10 facts.
What's
that
a barrel of petrol going for today? It's got to be $1.26, I'll say.
Yeah, that's about right.
I don't understand anything.
That's about right.
What is
120? Can't I just go buy a barrel for $126?
Yeah, I'll keep it in my garage.
Just
pump it out.
Yeah, but how are you going to refine it, and what are you going to do?
I'll figure it out.
It's a little refinery in your backyard.
Yeah, but that would cost more than the gas.
Literal Jim. Love Literal Jim.
Do you?
Just love announcing the names of his characters, that's all. I do it all the time.
It's one of my favorite things.
Love it.
Captain Obvious over here.
Nah, but
I love Jimmy's characters.
I got arrested one time for fingering an aphid.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
It's going to bring everyone to the party. On the most obvious stuff.
I love it.
I know.
Who else is there?
I'm an ass.
Well, you got Ted, you got Literal Jim, you got Street Talking Jim or
Jive Talking Jim.
Jive Talking.
On this regular guy? Oh yeah, regular Jim.
Regular Joe.
Regular Joe.
Yeah, he just wants a container of coffee.
Jamaican Jim.
Regular Joe. I love Jamaican Jim.
That was only for Aunt Big A.
Yeah, but it's a good one.
It was a good one.
Hey, can we take a leak, or are we going to just pee in our pants today?
We could take a little breather, a little break.
We're going to do the moose bit going in a break.
I shot.
Why not?
I shot
That's
a
what
moose
we do.
once.
I shot a moose.
It's a short bit from Woody Allen, and hold off your peas, people, and then you go pee after the Woody Allen bit.
Joke is on them because
we
it's
got to do a double
restricted.
break here. So stay there. Woody Allen, the moose bit.
Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. Oh, I'm sorry, right. Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku, and you're listening to Opie and... Opie? Opie, all right. Okay, Opie, right. We physicists always pronounce it Opie because of a famous physicist, Oppenheimer. Okay, Opie. Okay. Yeah, he built the atomic bomb. Okay, ready? Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Moving right along. What's going on outside? Is this Armageddon or just another thunderstorm? Is it
crappy weather?
Hurricane Jack-Off? Where are we at?
Just crappy weather.
That's it. What happened?
Me and Lou were just sharing a laugh. Two men who understand what being a man is.
That's what we know.
We don't identify roles.
No,
I touch where I want, he touches where he wants.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck men.
It's just.
I don't think he's fine.
Like shaking your hand, shaking your dick.
I shake his cock and balls together. I grab the whole thing. I make the noise so it's funny. If you grab it and make it like moaning, you're a fag.
Lucky us. More bread products from Dr. Steve.
These are all like various types of English muffin type things.
God. Dr. Steve is a fucking...
But he's obsessed with bread products.
How are you eating an English muffin that's not cooked?
You gotta cook the English muffin.
They're surprisingly moist and tasty because they got fruit in them.
Oh, see, that one's apple cinnamon, everyone's favorite.
Not apple.
What other
Dr.
bread
Steve
products do we
boogers.
have today?
Bits of placenta from the OR. Creepy Dr. Steve. They're like little pieces of pimento out of his blood shit.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Steve takes solid, big bloody shits and he picks little pieces out of them and sticks them in bread, and we think they're muffins. Nice duties.
Don't make me play Jesus is my friend again.
That was good. I double dare you to play it.
Nope. Now I don't. I know what you're up to. We could do What's the Haps. You could do Man Tries to Bet Weed at Casino. Porn and... Yeah, we never did this. This is getting a bit on the old side.
What is going to be what's going to be the little newsroom twist on it?
On the weed thing?
He tried to use whatever.
Wait till you hear what this guy
tried to
bet
make a bet that was a little unorthodox, but something like a pun about weed.
Well, what does he bet?
Oh, they'll make a pun like, he was trying to win the pot by betting pot.
And he was.
That's the one.
They thought his bet was a little high.
Ha 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 ha.
Poker, save me a poke.
He hoped that
21. What do we got?
Yes, he was in a gambling joint.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was going to say joint
He
venture.
was hoping
A joint venture.
He was hoping to win the pot
He was hoping to be rolling in the dough after rolling marijuana cigarettes.
He had a bad river card.
Did you see that jerk?
Come on, get back on the roll. I'll jump in.
Look what I could do, guys. Hey, guys, look at me. Let's see what stupid pun they use.
What?
All right, let's see what they say.
Okay, let's go.
Most of the time, criminals are out there committing crimes that are dangerous or even deadly.
That's right, but once in a while...
Stop! He wanted to gamble. He had some tokens.
Tokens? That was what a weird lead-in. What a weirdly general lead-in. Usually criminals are doing violent things, like shooting people in the vagina. But this criminal is taking a different tactic.
With all the improvers in the room, why didn't we come up with Josh S. from Philly's line?
What was that?
He's a high roller.
Oh, a high roller. Oh, you used high?
Yeah,
Very good.
Okay. That was too
Louis
high.
is high.
Fuck Josh from fucking Philadelphia. You can suck my cock.
Fuck him in his asshole.
He gets fucking hammered on the train.
Fucking hope his mom pisses on his teeth and then kicks him in the fucking balls.
Exactly, there's a pot pun.
I apologize. I didn't hear that, Lou.
Sorry.
I was waiting for Larry to say it.
I used to laugh a lot.
Right, but once in a while, police catch a bad guy doing something, stupid. This time our cameras are rolling when it
I think
happened.
he gave that look. Well,
stupid.
And then I think she giggles. I think
And then they cut to R. Kelly.
Stupid's a funny word.
Can I tell you one of the greatest days for me was when I realized local news is the best comedy show on TV.
It is.
It was. What happened? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Something about his cock.
Another cock
For
joke.
fuck's sake.
Going into an R. Kelly show. Like after they catch him doing something stupid, they just show something so vile like that, or a beheading. Oh fuck! Fucking Paul Cooley and the girl he buried alive in Florida. You know, they're doing something stupid.
Stupid.
This toker didn't want to get a joker.
That's a good one.
That's terrible. I hate
That's Liddy rules.
Pretty bad. There's
Liddy rules,
no
whack
jokers in the fucking car. You're really reaching now.
jokers.
It's
That's a good
over.
one.
It's When you dealt a joker.
Yeah.
Fucking when
Exactly.
you old maid with your ugly cunt mom.
Asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
Go fish, then your mom's pussy comes
This time
up.
our cameras are
Smells
rolling.
like it.
When it happened, Steve Yoakum explains from inside the force.
On a downtown Fresno sidewalk, this man is being placed in handcuffs. But he didn't rob a store or assault someone.
We know what he didn't do.
What the fuck? This is the first crime that ever happened. Here's an odd story because, okay, let's list all the things he didn't do.
Yeah.
Didn't rob a store.
He didn't rape a child. It just gets really heinous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't fuck his mother.
He didn't sew a woman's child to her body and then rape them both.
He didn't gouge out the eyes of a Down syndrome man and jerk off into his mouth while he cried. But no, go back. I got a great improv that got messed up.
All righty, Jimmy, I'll do just
Right there,
that
just
for
a little
you.
bit.
Cue it up.
I got
He
this
didn't
one.
rob a store or assault someone.
He robbed a pot store.
There's not even a button for that on this machine. There's not even a button to be had for that.
Oh, God.
All right.
Actually, he did something else that left officers scratching their heads in amazement.
Tell
us what he did!
He gave him dandruff.
He gave him dandruff.
They were scratching their heads. Oh, wait.
Damn it.
He did the same thing to Ted Kennedy. And George Harrison.
George Harrison.
Tim H. from Columbus writes, the only chips this gambler had was a bag of Doritos.
Danny's line. Danny has a chip line.
I never made it.
Yeah. Danny had a chip line.
This was better.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm on a fucking roll. Let's get going.
They had to rehash.
Oh!
This is so stupid. God.
Their heads in amazement.
What happened?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all happened? Why are you in handcuffs then?
Minutes earlier, inside the Casino One gambling establishment, the subject sat at a card game, and when it was time to place his bet, he put a large amount of marijuana right out on the table.
Marijuana. Can somebody look up how to say that exactly? I want to make sure I have that right. Marijuana.
It's right out on the table as a bet. All right.
They're all a bunch of dopes.
He put a large amount of marijuana right out on the table.
Marijuana. I really want people to know what this is.
No, we do.
Marijuana.
It's marijuana.
Louis, we got to play it probably another 4 times before we get past this point of the story. You know that.
Yeah.
Put a large amount of marijuana.
Marijuana.
Don't you hate reporters?
Oh, I can't stand them.
I love them.
The thing is, when I hear that,
Marijuana.
I just picture him when they're editing the story and he's sitting with the editor who hates him. And when he gets to that marijuana, he goes, yeah, use that. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that take.
Sucks.
Yeah, that one you want?
You're going to stick with that one where I go marijuana. Let me try another one. Marijuana.
I'm going to say it again. 2, 1. Marijuana.
And then the one he does that's just marijuana. The editor's like, that's good. We should use that one.
Yeah.
He's like,
No.
His bet. He put a large amount of marijuana right.
Marijuana.
Someone's saying, what is this, Steve doing the announcing?
Marijuana.
yes, he had it in his clothes.
Clothes.
The pockets of his pants.
Listen how he says clothes in this dumb promo.
Your clothes.
Jesus. No one uses the TH.
Thank you. That's what we tried to tell him yesterday.
TH is like the fucking appendix.
We all say it like you're closing a door, a close.
Yes.
Exactly. That's it.
It's your clothes.
Clothes.
Clote. THS. Shit dick he is. He's a fucking shit dick.
Case clothes.
Ted G from South Dakota, and he spells it out nice too. When asked where he got the marijuana, and he writes it like that, the man said that he got it from a Negro.
Pardon my French. I'm gonna make his mother wish she never had him.
She never had him.
Terrible delivery.
Awful.
When his wife get home.
We're going to try to get past the marijuana line here.
Place his bet, he put a large amount of marijuana right out on the table. For a moment, the dealer and other gamblers can't believe it. Then the man decides.
What are you? Is you in the present tense now?
What the fuck is...
Wait a minute, go back, because was he in the present
For a
tense
moment.
before?
Yeah.
The dealer and other gamblers can't believe it. Then the man decides he's bet too much pot. So he takes the bag away and simply spreads...
So he smokes his bet.
I think he was actually trying to go for a joke, but he didn't understand how to do
He's watching a video. So he goes, for a moment, they can't believe it.
Right.
Like he's narrating a video.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I just can't find it.
Bet
But
too much, but he hit pot.
Clothed
He said
circuit
he
television.
bet too much pot, which I think makes him think...
The pot joke.
Yeah, but the way it would have been, like, you put too much in the pot.
In the pot.
But he said he bet too much pot, which doesn't... It's a train wreck of a joke.
Of course
but
it
I think
is.
he's going for it there. That's the way he says pot.
So he takes the bag away and simply spreads out a handful of loose buds. Casino security said they couldn't believe their eyes as it all unfolded on surveillance video.
Really? They couldn't believe it?
Yeah, they probably, there's a guy trying to bet pot. Let's just go get him.
Yeah, I believe. I think.
Kick him out of the casino.
Are my eyes working?
And all I can't believe my eyes.
It's not a UFO.
He shoots the guy next to him because he thinks it's...
eyes are liars!
Right.
He's the same never believes it's not butter.
I like Jimmy's angle, though. They just saw it on the video and went, let's get this nutcase out of the casino.
It was so routine for them.
What do you do? Put down pot?
All right, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
It reminds me of the time. It reminds me of a time.
Look at his asshole. Look at his asshole.
Look what
Put
he's
down
doing.
pot. All right, go get rid of him.
Get him.
Let's go get him.
Oh,
Jimmy,
look, I'm betting weed. There he is.
he just put a big bag down.
And then he goes, yeah, I want to bet that.
Wait a minute. Let me change my mind.
And there's the dealer.
Going
I'm saying, I don't think I can do this. He goes, okay, well, let me
how about just a few buds?
A few buds? Is that okay? It's worth something, dude.
Come on.
How do you not think that's going to be a problem?
And look, the people sitting at the table with him, he can believe his eyes.
Like, what a dick.
He totally believe his eyes.
Is that the reporter?
Mildly amused.
No,
that's the guy.
Hawaiian,
That's
whoever
the
he
guy.
is.
That's
And
the
the security,
guy
you think? Okay.
who can't believe his eyes.
Gets a chuckle out of it. He killed the person next to him because he thought it might be Bin Laden because he couldn't believe his eyes that it was his partner.
He doubted the veracity of his optic nerve.
He gave himself a quick eye test. He was 1600. Fucking asshole.
Dan asked from Long Island. I think that the marijuana would go nice with some more.
Mo?
I don't get it.
It's an inside
This
joke.
smoke pretty good. What's wrong with the weed?
What's
wrong with the marijuana we got?
Hydro.
I
want to go.
Sansa man.
Regs.
Cool. Budweiser.
Skang.
All right, you want to hear what we're talking about? Do you have the long form of that? All right, we'll give you the long form. There was this this politician douche that was trying to do something with beer in Alabama.
They were trying to import, I think, a higher alcohol content beer,
Yeah,
and
right.
they would, for some reason they were trying to block it.
Yeah,
and he just really didn't have much of an argument.
They wanted to keep the alcohol level down in the
Yep.
beers.
Right.
They didn't
He
want
wanted
this,
to bring it
Like
up.
an
they
assemblyman or
didn't want like the
something.
German imports or the Canadian.
Yeah, he just
crap
he
coming
wanted to
into the
just stick
country.
with American beer, so he posed a question to them.
So it's 20 seconds, and now he's doing a press conference, and this is what this dope says.
Yeah, what's wrong with the beer we got? I mean, the beer we got drank pretty good, don't it? I ain't never heard nobody complain about the beer we have. It drank pretty good. Budweiser. What's the name of some of them other beers? Budweiser and what else? Miller. Coors. It drank pretty good, don't it?
There's so much going on there. First of all, just the guy's voice. Secondly, that he ran out of beers after Budweiser. And then his buddy,
And then his go-to guy, his Carl Rove.
that's his right-hand man.
His fucking Carl
You know
Rove.
those guys are
Cool.
See, that's why I'm up here, because you can't talk.
Yeah.
But you're good to get a reference out of.
That beer drank pretty good.
right.
What?
You know they go like hunting for chicks on weekends together.
Yeah, Mo. Can I buy you a Mo?
But that's right. He runs out of beers after Budweiser.
After Buzz.
What the Budweiser? What other beers are there?
The other weird thing is that he really wants another exam. They ain't gonna believe me unless I say at least one more beer.
Yeah, I need more beer. Moo. Moo.
What about the thing is though? Was there a video of this guy? I have to see.
I know.
the
I'd love to
friend.
see. I want to see what the friend looks like.
I picture a
got an
catfish.
image. Yeah, I got an image in my head what he looks
With
like.
2 giant hearing aids in each
No, but
ear.
is this guy? Were you saying this guy? Is this guy just a man on the street, or is he a politician?
No, he's a politician.
He really is.
Yes.
No
We
shit.
talked to him.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Mo.
The main guy
Were
we
you
talked to. We
disappointed?
didn't talk to the
You
Muller.
didn't talk to
Muller. Let's hear it.
Budweiser. What's the name of some of them other beers? Budweiser and what else? Miller. Coors. It drank pretty good, don't it?
I think the second one was Coors.
It was.
Yeah.
Cool. I love that accent that he has. The beer is a 2-syllable word. Beera.
Beer.
What other kind of beers?
Beer.
What other kind of beers we got?
You know, Anthony Loco for Boston makes a great point that we haven't yet on this story.
No, he doesn't.
This man has never been able to afford Budweiser or Miller. He needs to drink Miller.
Moo.
It's probably a local beer just called Miller.
Yeah, it's an M and a U and a few L's and an A and an H,
Right.
but there's no real right spelling of it.
Let's get back to the casino story.
In all the time you've been doing security here, have you ever had anybody bet drugs like that before?
Not that I've been in. They on 2.5 years. He walked up with it in his hand.
Within a short time, casino guards arrived, but the subject still seems
Look at this guy on
unflustered.
TV. He's doing the news. Who combed his hair? Fucking Sirhan. His hair's all messy. He's on fucking, what is it, NBC?
It looks like he has cum in his
He's
hair.
got kind of like a Gary Hart look, you know.
All right, I should have.
Messy, sexy, salt and pepper.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is Obama going gray already?
A little
That's
bit.
why he's
Oh,
like
boy.
cutting
He's-
those sides really short.
You know how presidents age?
Yeah,
He's going to be like,
Well, let me tell you about the time I ran for president. That was 4 years ago today.
Looks like the
that was
grandfather
4
from the
weeks
Boondocks.
ago.
Yeah, 4 weeks I've been the president.
Jesus.
But the subject still seems unflustered.
Sorry.
Note how long it takes the guard to scrape the sticky marijuana buds up off the felt playing surface of the
Bastard.
card table.
Really?
Outside, police question the man who claims what he did was legal because he had a cannabis club card he got on the internet. Wrong, say police.
You do have your cannabis card on you?
I do that.
You like frequent flyer miles with that? Or?
I get it.
funny.
Because he's high.
Cops that are funny.
He's high.
They don't give out frequent flyer
What'd you say to
miles
that
for
guy in the
cannabis.
locker room?
Literal gems.
He's in the locker room later. What'd you say to that guy about the frequent? Tell him what you said to that guy about frequent flyer miles. You're a funny
I
policeman.
was distracted, so I did his part, Jimmy.
Sorry.
But no, it's fine. It was just, but the bottom line is they wouldn't give you frequent flyers
Well, maybe they
for an
would,
illegal
Jimmy.
drug.
Well, maybe they would.
Jim.
Yellow.
Jesus. That. He's just fucking Jesus. Forget it. He's so high. Damn it. So stupid. All right, here we go. And an idiot. Yeah. God damn it.
And the amount of pot in the man's pockets is substantial, apparently more than an ounce. He's taken into custody because he tried to bet with the pot. In addition to possession, he could face additional charges of possession with intent to distribute. Investigating officers say they still can't imagine just why the man tried to bet weed on a hand of 5-card Bud.
What?
5-card Bud.
Stud?
Instead of
Bud?
stud?
No, stop. He didn't do
did
that.
not do that.
You motherfucker!
Holy shit, do you stink on ice.
Why would they leave a
Investigating
mistake
officers
like
say
that
they
in?
still...
Mistake.
What did he say?
Literal Jim.
Actually,
He
why
was
would they
making
leave
a joke.
mistake like that in? The man said the word wrong. He read the prompter wrong.
You don't think that? Yeah, they should have done another
Of course they
take
should have. He said Bud.
instead of stud.
Yeah.
Investigating officers say they still can't imagine just why the man tried to bet weed on a hand of 5-card Bud.
What exactly were you?
That doesn't even make sense.
No. First of all,
Bud.
he's playing fucking blackjack.
But also, he doesn't know how to do reporter puns. You go on 5-card Bud.
Bud.
You don't go 5-card Bud.
Bud.
Bud. Here's the joke.
Yeah, you don't
You know,
go
it's kinda
5-card, here it comes, Bud.
Yeah, you go
Instead
Bud.
of, that's the instead of delivery.
Yes. Yeah, with
Yes.
a little pause. 5-card Bud.
Bud.
5-card Bud.
Yeah, what?
Is that a joke?
What a comic this guy is.
That's funny.
He's a terribly.
What exactly were you thinking at the time? You don't know what I'm talking about?
He's
I saw
high.
a video of you placing down a couple of buds as part of your bet. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. That explains a lot.
On the streets with Fresno law enforcement, Steve Yoakum, KMPH News.
Steve Yoakum's a penis.
That's why
What a
he's
shitty
there.
reporter.
That's why he's in fucking. Where was that?
That's your fucking stick your mic in his face and get the truth.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why did you do that?
So and you don't know?
It's high, idiot.
Let us-
Bud's so sticky it fucking sticks to the felt of the table. It's good shit. I'm fucked up, and I fucking bet weed. I'm stupid.
Yeah, what
I
else you
paid
want
money
from me?
for it.
Right.
I figured it would be worth money.
Tell a reporter before he even gets to court.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, well let me talk to you about it for a while.
That'll be in the fucking courtroom. Yeah.
All right, let's do line of the day and get the hell out of here.
Line of the day. Get the fuck out of here.
Line of the day.
Louis, what do we got? We got the Showtime special October 4th.
Yes, sir.
11 o'clock, 1 hour, which is huge.
1 hour.
You're saying goodbye to HBO, which is good.
For
Good
now.
career move. Good career move on your part.
Yeah, well, diversify. Get another place to work for a little while.
And then you got a couple tour dates that are different than the special. October 3rd and October 4th. 2 places I don't remember.
Somewhere in New Jersey.
That's good.
Bergen County, something or other thing.
Yep.
Bergen.
And then Peekskill, Paramount, something.
What's wrong with Poughkeepsie? It works pretty good. What's wrong with the Poughkeepsie we got?
It drinks pretty good.
Where do we go for these dates? Because I don't feel like...
LouisCK.com. And you can also see 3 different clips of my new special are up on YouTube. YouTube.
And what are you doing with your daughter's video that we were checking out?
That's just for private. We just
Oh,
making a
Christ, that
video.
sounds bad
No,
when you
it's-
say it's
boy.
private.
It's a little video we made with her dolls.
Oh, shit, with her
man.
dolls.
Dolls
Great.
are involved.
Where did your daddy touch you?
Stop it!
It's not funny when it's you.
Don't you hate when those come out?
Only
in
other
court?
people's
Oh,
children.
Uncle Paul.
That's my new favorite bit.
No, they start to say, show us, and they make up all these lies about things you did. And you was trying to teach someone how to play hide the eel in the cave. Or kiss the eel and make the magic juice come out.
Ew. Jesus.
Come get the frosting.
Oh. Can I talk to Jimmy for a second, Uncle Paul?
Okay.
You reminded me of something, and now it's so... We should have done it 2 hours ago. But could you do the Jim Florentine line over here? That thing makes me laugh so fucking hard, and we couldn't do it on CBS.
Oh, God.
The relax.
He sent me a text one time. I don't remember what we were talking about. We were just talking about banging different chicks. And Jim goes, I have to tell him sometimes, relax, girls. There's plenty of loads for everyone. Relax, girls.
Relax, girls. There's plenty of loads for everyone.
Like he sat a bunch of them down as they were in a tizzy, and that simmered them down a little.
Oh, God.
Relax, girls.
Wow.
Plenty of, and like he has a supply of loads for the girls. And
that's what they're concerned about.
Problem solved.
All hell's breaking loose, but he knows how to calm the girls down.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Plenty of loads for everyone. Like, that's the issue.
That should be the name of a CD.
Like, we're not going to get our loads, damn it.
Right.
We're freaking out.
Just a panic. Oh, my God. Line of the day, sponsored by Carbonite.com.
Backs up your hard drive pretty good.
What's wrong with the information we got?
Bits, megabyte, gigabyte, teraflops,
External hard drive,
internal hard drive, floppy disk,
5.5 inches from the 80s.
CD-ROM,
3.5 inches.
What's wrong with the computers we got?
USB, flash
firewire,
solid state drive, Sanyo.
RAM, ROM.
Stop picking your nose, Jimmy.
I'm
It's
not-
gonna
I'm-
heal.
Read-only memory,
I'm
random access memory,
I'm scraping
auxiliary memory such as a disk drive and tape drive. Getting really technical. The BIOS.
You get BIOS.
Really?
Turns out he's smarter than Bill Gates. He just doesn't sound...
Video card.
Outsourced linear memory. Converted to the random access memory for quicker sorting.
LAN system.
Able to
network.
Drop at a random point without searching through, such as linear memory. Mainframe computer. Integrated drives with synchronized readers.
My mother's in computers. I happen to know. Like,
holy shit! That's good. See, what's wrong with that?
False generation computer languages. Any language code.
We are gonna fucking
binary
kill
code.
That
Dude, it's all we were doing over the weekend at the house.
Right pretty good.
All we were fucking doing was that.
Solenoid circuits.
It's just not funny to just say that you were doing it.
Yeah,
Someone has to do it, so now
you bring some of that
it's so
chateau
funny.
shenanigans to the fucking
Chateau shenanigans
to the fucking radio
shenanigans.
show.
By the way, when are we gonna hear this? Story?
Welcome to Chateau Shenanigans.
When are we hearing the story?
Oh, I gotta wait a little bit.
Still waiting?
Yeah, I gotta wait.
Exchange
Wait
happened?
for things to, scab over a little.
Did you see what's on Antolini.com?
No.
Not too bad.
Why would you say that?
Because it's all right. It's not anything crazy. It's nothing crazy. I should have probably told you off there. They just changed, They just changed the song on the front page. Remember, you guys used to have a song.
All right.
They changed the song.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you a panic attack. I should have said it's not that bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
From that seat, maybe.
Really?
I have no idea. I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, hold on a minute. You guys do something.
Oh boy.
You want the hold bed?
No. I really should have said this off there, and I realized that. I'm trying to be more thoughtful.
Well, oops, that was a mistake.
I know.
Holy fuck. What was it? Let's see. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That
not
makes
that
sense.
bad. I should have told you it's not that bad.
No, it's
All right, I'm just letting you know.
same song. It was in the CD player of my truck.
Really?
When I got in.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
Yeesh.
I'm picking, by the way, a string in my nose.
You're rich.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't give a flying
What's
fuck.
wrong with
2
the money
cars.
you got?
$1.
It's been pretty good.
$5 bill. $10 bill.
Cars, young girl.
Diversified investments.
Euros.
Yeah. Cougar.
Gold bullion coins.
Guns.
Platinum fuchsias.
20-year-old pussy.
And you're looking at me.
That was a joke.
Bury your own self pretty good.
I didn't bury anything.
You bury yourself pretty good.
Bury my dick, motherfucker.
I'll bet you do. What a fucking trooper.
All right, let's get back to the line of the day.
Fat cock of yours. God, they must clamor for it.
Clamor. Yeah, this is a clamor.
They must
Hitting
fight
fucking
for it.
pots together.
That's a clamor,
It's
isn't
my
it?
turn to be filled.
Either you're trying to scare a bear away, or you're trying to get Anthony's cock into your
I want to be filled to the brim.
Oh, shit.
How come I can't hurt like you hurt?
Oh my God. Can we do line of the day?
Big dick pretty good.
Plastic surgery. Vaginal tightening. Stitches.
Oh, shit.
That's going to be... Just start doing it tomorrow. No explanation.
God damn.
That's how we start the show tomorrow.
I'm absolutely crying over here. Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Oh, my God. Line of the day is brought to you by, I don't know, something.
Carbonite.
I know there's an XM code thing in there you got to do. Promo code XM, yeah. Here's a runner-up line of the day.
Your friends and family definitely need to call 1-800-INTERVENTION.
Screw them. His friends and family? Who do you think he's drinking with? Exactly.
Yeah. Can't have an intervention.
No. Another runner-up line of the day.
offered to you, and then you forget about it. You can be, where'd you lose the ring? Oh, funny, ironic. It's very ironic where I lost the ring, Dad.
You don't even want to know.
It's going to be a promise plink in the toilet.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Promise plink.
What is that?
Why are you using an inhaler, Jimmy?
Oh,
I'm gonna miss this place.
Because he's not. Bill Clinton didn't inhale.
God damn it! That would have been great for the the gambling story.
The marijuana.
Who was he? The president a few years ago?
We're never getting out of here. We have to do something after this.
Yes.
Stinks.
We have an appointment.
It fucking blows.
Here?
What?
Is that the guy we're doing it with? Sorry.
It's good.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
Bob Nelson, Rita Rudner, Bob Saget, Yakov Smirnoff, and Teddy Wong.
What happened to Teddy Wong? Wow.
I had to go back to my home country.
Do we have a Ted promo with all the different Teds?
I think Derek actually might
think
be
we had
working on
one.
it. I think he's working on it.
I'm Ted the Vavava, and then I'm Ted the Vavava, and then I'm Ted the. I would love that.
Where are we up? One more runner-up?
Ted wouldn't.
Like Ted. That's fun. I want to hang out with Ted one night. No, I don't.
Of course you don't.
I hang out with Jimmy.
Ted tends to start talking loudly.
Yes. You can't do Ted quietly, can you? How does Ted sound like quiet?
Hey, we're trying to keep your voice down. The baby's sleeping.
Oh, Ted.
Oh, no, it's Blue. It's Ted. You can talk loud again.
What about when Ted's just doing something?
Shit.
What about when Ted's doing something normal, like asking for some cigarettes at the CVS or something?
Can I bother you for a packet of cigarettes?
Wow. I thought maybe he'd be calmer.
No, Ted's just Ted wherever he goes. It's the world's a change. It's not Ted.
Here's another runner-up line today.
He was hoping to be rolling in the dough after rolling marijuana cigarettes.
He had a bad river card.
What the hell? Louis, you coming back soon?
Yeah, sure. I'm here for a while.
Sorry about the wait. Fucking.
You can't help it. He's fucking working out.
Fuckers.
Ruined my life. Thanks a lot for ruining my life. I liked my life till that happened.
Here is a.
What?
Travis just got that. It took a few seconds.
Travis? What level online Tiger Woods? You have to go expert, or could you go medium?
You can go. I can't hear, Eric. Yes, you can. It's on.
Oh
Doesn't
my!
mean I can hear.
Eric doesn't understand, I guess, that when you put a live mic on, there's no more monitor.
It don't matter.
Yeah, what the?
I'll figure it out. I'm about to go online with my Tiger Woods.
Eric don't work good.
Moron, incompetent, fat, lazy, stupid, jackass, titties.
This string in my nose is driving me nuts.
Don't do it, Jimmy.
A little
Don't do
nostril
it.
tampon in there.
It's a fucking. It's still a couple of my stitches.
Oh, it is.
That's why I'm trying to pull this stitch out.
Snitches get stitches.
Can we bring E-Rock in so we can make fun of him to his face?
Did that with a lot of gusto there.
Yes.
Oh my
Here comes
God.
E-Rock to make fun of him to his face.
Snitches get stitches.
Did you think for a second everybody would laugh at that?
No, I knew they weren't gonna.
Okay.
Come on, tell
Jimmy
the truth.
says it all the time.
No, I don't.
All the time.
I say people who tattle are a lot of times beaten until they require medical care.
E-Rock, everyone.
Hey, buddy. Like left one is
Stupid clothes. Wrestling fan.
What do you mean, stupid clothes?
Stupid clothes.
No. So my point is, what do you mean, stupid clothes?
Oh shit! You're wearing the same thing.
Yes. Just
Why are you wearing the same thing?
Precisely the same thing.
version of what he's wearing.
because the larger version I could live in.
You got a smaller version of E-Rock's shirt. How did that happen today?
I saw what I was wearing.
It looked like a ventriloquist act.
Wait, you guys both came in not knowing?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
We really didn't.
Get in your.
What shirt is that?
It's Ozzy's.
It's on the back.
Thing.
Oh. Oh, are you trying to suck up to Jim by wearing Ozzy shirts?
No, I got him this one.
No, you didn't.
Oh, did the family? Is that one? That the present that he got? Oh, there it is. Look at that. Jimmy's face is disgusted as they take a picture.
They have the same beard, too. They have the same chin.
Chin.
Sorry.
T-shirt. Penis. Same joke twice.
Bitches punch him. You did get punched by some bitch. I remember that. Good one. It's up on video. Up on some website with a giant logo on the bottom of it.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Where is this? FoundryMusic.com. Oh, my God. Yeah.
All right. That was a good show today. Did we do line of the day?
No.
We got one left.
When?
Let's do it.
Now?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
There's another story you told too, where Louis walked in one of his Dangerfields, remember that? And fucking Roddy was there, and he goes, "How you doing?" And you're like, "I don't think I get no respect." And Roddy went,
Your clothes. Your clothes.
Gotta go with marijuana.
Hello?
Let's go home. Louis, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
"What's wrong with the ring he got?"
Regular phone ring. Space noise.
Vibrate.
Hip-hop song. Apps.
Country song.
Ring songs. Beethoven.
Nokia ring.
Yeah.
You got a BlackBerry?
I have a BlackBerry.
"What's wrong with the phone you got?"
iPhone. Telephone.
Razor. Blackberry. Pebble.
Phone. Pearl. Dictaphone.
Nokia.
Satellite phone.
Regular house phone.
Green phone from MASH that you wound up.
Green acre phone that you climbed a pole for.
Nice catch. Tell those people to go home. I gotta take a nap. I ain't doing any more work.
Everybody get out.
We're down. I'm parked around the block. Son of a
motherfucker.
Well, he's gotta be.
All right, we gotta
Why,
go.
there's no parking out front?
No, it's
that.
raining.
I park on the sidewalk.
It's raining.
All right. Let's get the...
Let's make like a tree.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
No.
It's leave.
What?
From Back to the Future, too.
Trees don't leave. They don't. It's not a verb that they do.
Yes.
They've
Make like a tree and leaf. And that doesn't
and
make
also,
sense.
Even they wouldn't. Yeah,
Make
there's
like
no,
a tree
first
and
of all,
leaves.
Yes, that's either leaves or leaf.
Yeah.
And also, it's not a thing that trees do. Actually, they do, I guess.
What, leave?
They leaf when it's
Yeah, but you don't
season.
leaf. It says make like a tree and leave, people say. They don't go make like a tree and leaf.
I
It
know.
should be make like a tree and grow roots and fuck up a sidewalk and then have people have sex under you and carve their initials in you and be worthless.
Make like a tree and bud.
Make like a tree and...
No?
How about make like a tree and bomb?
Fuck.
We can all do that.
I've gotten that one.
That was a callback from
Yeah, I know, and then it stunk on ice.
That wasn't bad.
It sucked a bad cock.
Make
Lucky
like a
it.
tree and bud. And bud.
Bud.
I've never
Joe
seen
goes here.
so many swinging misses.
Oh, I know.
Here comes a pun.
Swinging bats over here.
It doesn't matter, Louis, because this is free time.
5
That's right.
cards.
People
That's
don't
true.
pay
Bud.
for this
Yep.
officially.
People can go fucking suck ass
We're
for
supposed
this
to be good
time.
only until 11.
Does that mean we could even say...
Okay, Poe, I got your message. There we go. I just didn't want to text.
Can we leave now?
A lot harder work than just saying hi.
Yes.
All right, I'll be a little late. I got a meeting. Hi, how are you? Haha, that was funny. LOLs. I'm just responding to everybody. Oh, it's raining? Damn it.
Make like a tree and have hippies cry over you. That's Eric
Right.
Fisher from Virginia. That's the.
Yo.
Can we go home now? Please. Yeah. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, look at that.
Danny's got his motorcycle and it's raining out.
Yeah, well, it's like my Murphy's Law poster says.
I thought it was more like the Alanis Morissette "Isn't It Ironic" song,
That's stupid.
which isn't
Murphy's Law poster.
ironic.
I think I had
God.
Look at this dude. It can go wrong. Good.
Every time that you drop a piece of buttered toast, it'll land on your mother's fucking hairy, old, fetid cunt. Butter side down.
That's Murphy's
Making
Law.
it 10 times more delicious.
And then Robert Reed's Law, one broken condom, and wouldn't you know? An ass full of weight loss.
Every time you go...
He took a fucking ass. It was like a protein, like weight loss shake, right in the fucking, right in the guts.
Chicken broth.
Yeah, poodle.
Every time you go out,
sarcoma.
Murphy's Law says every time you bring an umbrella,
What's wrong with the age we got? It killed pretty good.
Pneumonia.
every time you bring an umbrella, a baby that died from diarrhea will fall on your fucking head.
Dude, we got
And it'll
sponsors outside.
give you a
on the
lump
bleachers.
right on the top of your head, and it'll be a real drag.
Don't worry, your product is not going to air on this network.
No,
It'll only be the Squeaky Clean Network.
This is the Potty Network.
But we are the pieces of shit that you see sitting here. Like, even though we fake
That's
it
right, I'm a guest. I'm
on a
not part of
daily
the show.
basis,
I'm not part of the show.
over on the other side, we fake being, like, responsible.
Happy.
No, they are. They're not happy. Oh, my God, they're not. Don't worry, we know how to fake this stuff real good. We fake it real good!
All right,
Oh, Jimmy, no.
let's bring him in and blow up this.
No, we can't.
What?
We should have the meeting on the air.
We can't. Oh, Jesus, no.
Why are we on the show? I gotta take a
Lou, we can't do. Murray.
My favorite, can I just say my favorite episode of that show?
Yeah.
Ted left the show for a little bit.
Yeah.
And John Amos, the
Oh.
weatherman,
Yes.
took over. Are we even on the air? So I feel
Honestly,
like
I
I'm
have
being
no
laughed
idea.
at all
But
of a
what
sudden.
happened? James!
John Amos.
When I said it was Gordon. That was his name.
Gordon, the weatherman.
Yeah. You know what they called him, though?
What?
Gentlemen, please.
Well, gentlemen.
Wow.
But so then Ted comes to visit the newsroom.
Yeah.
And Mary says, "Oh, Ted, we get so many letters." What are you making? You're making fun of me. What's going on?
I'm listening
We're just
to you.
listening. Sometimes we listen.
Oh, no,
He's
Louis.
pointing it at him, and he's
Louis bailed out.
No, we listen.
I wanted to know what happened.
We do listen.
Actually listening to the story.
we really are. No,
Fuck you.
he's pissed. We can't end like this.
Oh, Louis.
What's wrong?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Points at
The
him.
So he got
He
letters.
gives a secret look.
No,
No,
when you
so I
said
know something's
Ted,
going on.
Every time he hears the word Ted, he looks at me because
I'm waiting. It's the anticipation of waiting to see what
I'm
the line's
actually
going to
listening
be.
to the
Now
story.
you've ruined the bit.
Man,
by
what
saying
happened
Ted.
when fucking she
Now
came,
I wanna know.
when Ted Dyke came back?
All right, I'll tell you guys. I don't care if it's not on the air, but I'll put it on the headphones because you're wearing them.
It's on the air.
That's so he knows that nothing's being played underneath.
Right.
It's like,
No boring or any
I
other
don't
sound.
care. That wouldn't
no,
bother me.
I don't get
I
it.
love the fact that he doesn't trust us.
No, so he comes back and he says, Mary goes, we get all these letters about that, people saying, where's Ted? When's Ted coming back? And he goes, really? You got a lot of letters? Oh, lots of letters. How many letters, Mary? A lot of letters, Ted. How many? Like 100? 20? A lot of letters. How many? And she just finally takes one envelope out of the fucking puts. That's all we got. And then he sees Gordon, the weatherman, and he goes, oh, Gordon goes, people wave at me all day and go, when's Ted coming back? How many people waved? Really, how many? A lot of people. How many? Like 20 people waved? Nobody waved, Ted. Nobody waved. All right. Jesus.
Good synopsis.
Yeah, thank you.
No, Ted Knight's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
God rest his soul.
Good.
Hi, guy. Mary.
Ted, it's Millhouse, not Millhorse. It's not Richard Millhorse Nixon.
Millhorse. Richard Millhorse Nixon.
Millhorse.
Now the news.
Is that
Yeah.
shit on
Oh, yeah,
DVD?
sure.
God,
so good. That guy.
That really was funny.
It all started for me in a small 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California.
Loved him.
Ted Knight. Yeah.
Caddyshack, he was great.
Oh, brilliant.
One we go.
You'll get nothing like it.
Chevy
How about
Chase
Fresco?
stole it.
Yeah, how about a Fresco? Tosses his hair.
Want to mow my lawn?
Yeah, good. How'd you like to mow my lawn? And then come by the yacht club. Watch me christen my new sleuth.
And Fresca is such a shitty soda.
Of course it is.
It's just a
It's
loser
all he would
soda.
drink.
They still have it in Bolivia. That's about it. There's still
Fresca.
Fresca.
That's my dream, that I come and Fresca shoots out. And blinds a girl.
She's like, what is that vaguely citrusy drink? It's weird. It's not quite a Sprite.
Body temperature Fresca right in your eye. Like that.
Body temp
Fucking
Fresca.
hooker.
All right,
You
let's
call her a hooker.
Yeah, she is.
I know, but it's a funny thing to call her one. You hooker. Yeah?
This isn't going to make the
That's
replay,
me.
Danny.
I would have. Shouldn't even make the live show. Stinks.
I know. Look how long we're here.
I'm going to bed.
Let's just get done with this.
All right.
We gotta go.
Thanks,
Later,
guys.
everybody.
Yeah,
Bye, bye,
all
bye,
right,
bye,
yeah.
bye. See you later. Bye, 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 bye.
Who is that? It's Professor Ted from Ted Burns. Teddy Rash. Ted Portnoy. Ted's Match Emporium. Ted's Inflatable Rat Factory. Ted's Egg Emporium.
You're listening to The Ted Show.
Ted's an ass.